Yeah, 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 yeah. I think you can. You can I said it before. As I said in the live watch along. Welcome everyone. Welcome, beautiful Paris Saint Germain family. I said it before. As a football supporter, you're there for the bad moments and for the good moments. We're here for the 5-0 victory versus Marseille. We're here for the 2-1 victory versus Barca. We're here for our draw versus Marseille, a draw versus Monaco that made us qualify into the Champions League knockout stages, the Champions League round of 16. But we're obviously also going to be here, discuss this game, what went wrong, what needs to be improved, because our next two games, obviously because there's no midweek game between the two Chelsea games, our next two games is two massive games. It's win or lose. And yeah, pick us apart. Enrique and Campos out. Where's I'm not gonna rage. I'm not gonna rage, but there's something deeply rooted with this fan base. Again, it's not just this fan base. This is just how most fan bases are. Enrique and Campos out. True PSG fan, you know that after defeats like this, great performance in Champions League will follow because the team will not just step up one level, but several. 100% Rivi, and they have to. They have to. If they don't step up, all we got left to compete for is Ligue. So yeah. Lucha sold the season, self-sabotage. Tosin was right. Wait. Wait. Look, in some games, when Tosin has come on, obviously I don't fully agree with his opinions and so on. But I can say, you know what, Lucha should have done this better. This, Lucha, this. Watching today's game, at least if we're strictly talking about, because this is the post-match podcast of Monaco, the last time I checked. Lucha sold this game. Again, we can talk about the season overall, but if we're strictly talking about this game, Lucha sold this game. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? The Kvaran duo will start 100% Orlean, but wait, I'm trying to think, like, because Gonzalo came on. Gonzalo come on for a midfielder. Yeah, so Mayulo for Draw, Gonzalo for Warren. Um, you know what? We can actually build the lineup here immediately. 1 second. Because I didn't even think about it in the game. I was just fucking heated and wanting a remontada. Yeah. So Mayuro came in midfield. We ended the game with 4 attackers. All right, let's build the lineup for the Chelsea game. Send that draw kid back to Barca is garbage. They've scammed us. Yo, you build in, please. Honestly, I always say to people, share your comments, share your thoughts. But maybe you shouldn't share your comments. Maybe you shouldn't share your thoughts. First, Lucian Campos out now. Look, if you are a trolling Barca fan or a trolling, we're not gonna just do Barca fans. If you're trolling and not a PSG supporter, because it's very hard for me to accept that you're a PSG supporter with these opinions. Smacked by Chelsea, like what the fuck? Well, Rivi, that's the thing. Like, I, I want everyone to have their own opinion, Rivi, but the cookiness I don't like. So if Junior eventually pops up on the podcast, we'll have to discuss that. Because I remember, because he didn't come on the post match for the PSG Monaco second leg, and I saw his title, like, we deserve to go out, and all of this entire victimhood mentality. Uh Mayulu, interesting. Yeah, Texas, that's 100%. There's been at least 5 games this season where we're like, before the game in the pre-match podcast, we're like, yeah, Kangili should start this game. Kangili will start this game. He's gonna be good and everything. And Kangili doesn't start. I remember versus Spurs, Lucha goes with Enjanto. Tonight, Lucha goes draw. There have been some other games where Luis Enrique decides to not playing Kangili. When it's Barcola, Due, Dembele, I'm like, those are better players and so on. But yeah, I don't exactly know what Kangili has to do to get a start. What happened today? I mean, go and look at the goals we conceded. You don't. That's the thing. You don't even have to look at the stats. You don't have to look at what we did offensively, what we did with the ball, what we did off the ball. Just look at the 3 goals we conceded. 5 reasons we will beat Chelsea. All right, let me just change this. All right, we'll check that one. 5 reasons why we'll beat Chelsea. Let's go. Number one, we're the European champions. And again, our aim this season in the Champions League is to go back to back. An accomplishment that has only Madrid have been able to accomplish in modern Champions League history since 1992, since it's the new inception of the Champions League. And what I can tell you about that Madrid team, and Madrid winning so many Champions Leagues, it's not really about being consistent in the season. It's about stepping up in the big moments. And what I know from this Paris Saint-Germain team is it will step up in the big moments. And I think the PSG players, they barely want to win Ligue. They want to win Ligue, obviously, but like they barely want to win it. They're not here to go unbeaten like last season or nearly unbeaten. The aim in Ligue last season was to absolutely destroy Ligue and show that we're the best team in France. But this season has always been about back-to-back. Ever since I think we lost versus Chelsea 3-0 in the Club World Cup final, it's always been about back-to-back. So the first reason I think we'll beat Chelsea or beat anyone who faces us is I think we will step up when it matters. And I think both games versus Chelsea are 2 big games that we'll have to step up in and go through into the next round. So that's the first reason. I think we will step up because it's a big game and this team steps up when a big game is coming. And we haven't really had a big game since maybe Bayern in the group stage and Barca before it. Second up, we have the best team in the world. We have the best individuals in the world. So when it comes to being an individual football player, sometimes you may not have the best consistent season. But once again, it's a bit similar to the stepping up thing. But we have the best 11 football players in the world. We'll only be missing Fabio Ruiz fully. We'll have Neves on the bench, maybe starting. We'll have to see how bad his injury is. But when you have a squad with so many great players, I believe in them. We've had so many weaker squads before. I've somewhat believed in. Now we have the best individuals in the world. The third reason is Luis Enrique. Luis Enrique has made it very clear his main aim and goal is to go back to back in the Champions League this season. So I'm very sure that he will set us up in the best way possible. He will find the gaps and holes in the Chelsea tactic and Chelsea system. Fourth reason, Chelsea. What we saw happen in the Club World Cup final. Chelsea was the team to stop us from making a septuple. Chelsea was the first team. Chelsea was the team to stop us from becoming the first team to win the Champions League and the new Club World Cup in the same year. This is a team that our PSG players have had nightmares about. This is a team that our players have been dreaming about playing again, improving our worth. So honestly, if there's any team that can come at this point of the season, of how the season has gone in 2026 in general, it's Chelsea. Fifth reason, mentality. There's a large possibility the Chelsea performance might not be the best one. But I'm very certain that PSG will do what it's needed and is taken to happen, to win this game. There you go. He wasn't even in the squad. He was injured. I don't know. I felt Kvara was good today. I mean, his link up with Nuno, that's something I remember last season we discussed. He needs to improve, both him and Nuno Mendes. But both of them had very good link up off that left flank. So I don't understand honestly the critique of Kvara. It's like he's had Liga and stinkers. Today was not a Liga and stinker. I definitely don't think the team wants to go down. It's just that we look much better when we're down than when we're 0-0. I remember KJ said it in the previous podcast we had. He said that this team, when we have a chance, like let's say Barcola has a chance, his mentality is, let me score this chance. But if I miss it, we'll create another chance. And obviously it makes sense because we create so many chances. despite missing so many chances. But that's not mentality you can have. Every single chance you have, you gotta think it's the end. If we don't score, we're gonna lose the game. If you have that mentality for every single chance and shots you have, you will put it into the net. I feel we're a bit arrogant, we're a bit comfortable, we're a bit complacent. But obviously, when we're down 1-0 or 2-0, the team doesn't isn't complacent. The team isn't comfortable. The team is going for it. I mean, we saw when Dembouz and Kangele entered the pitch. Obviously, I felt we were good slash good enough in this game overall. But when they came on, we saw Paris Saint-Germain. Obviously, Monaco were dropping back, trying to defend that 2-0 lead better. But yeah, so I wouldn't say this team wants to concede. It's just that when we concede, we obviously immediately look better. Whereas Zaban and Hakimi, AFK, the whole match, let's just have seen Vitinha playing as defender and Hakimi wanting to be a striker so hard. Again, I don't understand AFK, that they were not participating. Zaban was actually good today. A lot of 1v1 duels and putting many uncomfortable positions for center backs, and I think he did a good job. Hakimi, I mean, that's Hakimi's role. Hakimi had the most chances created in the UCL last season. Hakimi is always basically an attacker for PSG. This is not something new. Do you think Marky will start? Zabarni has been starting. Or no, we will discuss the lineup and everything. But we got Junior on here, so let's see his thoughts and everything. Welcome, by the way, Junior.
Mm-hmm.
One thing, though, I do want to say, Junior, it's my opinion, Junior. Obviously, don't take it any personal or anything. But for example, I know that you didn't come on for the post match versus Monaco, but I saw your title of the video, like we deserve to lose. And now I didn't see it, obviously. I don't know. Yeah, the comment said like you made the TikTok after this game saying like we'll get smacked versus Chelsea and so on. And like my opinion is like, why do you believe that, Junior? It feels like more a little bit of a victim mentality card. Like why do you have that?
As in the point I'm bringing up for this is that at some point we also need to go and realize, because obviously as the results have continued to pile on, you yourself in your video said this is 7 losses now, 4 losses. This is the same amount of losses we've had in the last 2 years in Ligue 1 combined. We can go and rest on the fact we've had injuries that were coming back, that we need the rest and all that point. But at some point too, and especially going and comparing back to last season, but at some point we also need to realize that we are not the team that we were last season. And what I said that if we play like we've played the last couple games against Monaco, the 2 in the Champions League, and today, Chelsea is going to beat us. As in, like you said, Monaco are not a great team, right? They're good, off the ball and whatnot, but they're not a great team. And I don't think Chelsea's, the 2009 Barca either, but they're better than Monaco. So I'm basing it off of that. And I want to go and believe, okay, yes, we'll find it. We'll raise our level in the Champions League, so on and so forth. But at some point too, you're going to look like if Monaco had better finishing and whatnot, and if we're going and giving them so many chances against Monaco today, they had more big chances created. And obviously we didn't take our chances either, but Monaco are less, they're not as good offensively, they're not as good defensively. We had less of an XG, less chances created. And if we're being honest, you go and you look at it, one of the big things that we went and talked about is, imagine, for example, Monaco didn't get their red card in the second leg at the Parc des Princes. What would have happened? Obviously they did. We drew the game, but now we sort of got our answer, if you want to go and say today. 2 weeks later, right? Monaco played 11v11 the entire game and they beat PSG. PSG, you can go and say, okay, maybe that wasn't there, but basically the same PSG that played Monaco a couple weeks before, bar, draw and whatnot. And so that's what I'm going and basing it off of. As in,
we as humans, we're pattern recognizers. So when we see a pattern, we definitely believe it will continue. And I'm not here to say I don't see this happening. What I'm here more to say is I want to always differentiate between the performance and the result. For example, I remember our 3-0 victory versus Lille. 3-0, Lille. That's a great result, right? But my title on that video was I'm disgusted because I felt the performance was so bad. Like when I go into the rest of the season and the next game, the performance is more important than the result. And if we take this game, for example, and I would even say maybe the 3-1 defeat to Stade de Rennes, I feel like it's really unfortunate results. We deserve to lose. But I don't think the performance really is directed to the result. Like in today's game, Junior, because you said the red cards, Monaco, now we had a fair game, no red cards and so on. I mean, Junior, we gave them 3 goals.
Yeah, but
apart from the 3 goals,
but again,
I remember Safrov made 2 great saves from like 2 long shot attempts they had. Apart from
Right.
that, they didn't create single clear-cut chance. Apart from actually the first
Yeah, the
5 minutes,
the first
massive
5 minutes,
chance
the
for
one where they
the cross from Caio Henrique to Zakaria.
okay, so
But
that's
apart
one
from
there.
that, I never felt like in danger. And I agree, Junior, that our issue this season, because I'm actually gonna make a video about every single goal we've conceded this season. And
Mhm.
I think it's very logical to believe that against Chelsea, it is very likely that we will give them a stupid goal, which I fully believe we'll probably do. If we concede a goal, it's not gonna be, I don't know, Palmer cooking Nuno and putting it across to Joao Pedro to score. No, it's gonna be an individual mistake from our players. And I look at the 3 goals we conceded today, Junior. All of them were individual mistakes. The first one, what is Warren doing? The second one, Vitina just puts you on a plate for Golovin, who just came on. And the third one, Kangi Lee loses in our own half, just like we did versus Stade de Rennes. And they punish us. Obviously, very fortunately as well, with the massive deflection from Nuno Mendes. But like, that's why when I watch this game, I'm very mad that we lost the game. I'm mad that we conceded 3 goals. I'm mad that Arsenal are going to win on Sunday and take a 1 point, make it into a 1 point differential. But like, the performance, Junior, what would you give it out of 10? The performance, the overall performance, in
I
terms
mean,
of how many the chances we created and the chances we conceded.
well, I don't think the performance is great either. Like, I mean, today I go and you look at it. Well, I think Hakimi was pretty good today. Vitinha was good going forward, but defensively also wasn't all that great. I don't think the
Yeah.
performance is great either. And I would actually probably slightly disagree with you right now, when I would go and
Mm-mm-mm.
say that in terms of, I think right now at this point in the season, the result is almost a bit more important than the performance. Because hold on, you're talking about a point right now. Unlike last season, for example, the beginning half of the season, that's what I would argue. Yeah, the performance is better because you need to find yourselves. Last year, that is when you can sort of experiment. That's when
Yeah.
last year, even when we were, getting, 25th in the Champions League, the performances were still, pretty good. The game against Atletico Madrid, all those games, the performance was good. It was just the result wasn't in our favor. You could even
Yeah.
chalk up, if you want to go and say, this game against Sporting this year, I thought the performance overall was good, but the
Yeah.
result wasn't it. Now we're in
Yeah.
a place where we need the result. Obviously, we also want the performance, but like, we're going, you talk now. If Nas win, they're within a point, and then you play
Yeah.
them, I believe, the 11th of April. So now you're
Yeah.
dragged back into a title race there. Obviously, the game against Chelsea, those are 2 results. Like, if we go and we play generational, magnificent football and get knocked out by Chelsea, we're gonna say we don't care. And you, as you love to say, recently with Real Madrid, so on and so forth, it's not like Real Madrid when they were going in 3-peating those Champions Leagues that those
Yeah.
performances were great. It was about the result. You don't remember, oh my goodness, Real Madrid plays some crazy expansive football. So where I'm going to say right now for PSG, the most important thing is the result. And I don't even think
I
that the
fully agree.
Mhm.
I fully agree, Junior. I'm just saying that this result stays in Ligue 1. This is a result that would negatively affect us for the rest of the Ligue 1 season. We have 9 games left. I'm saying Arsenal will win. It will be a 1 point differential. We have a very tough game against them away, which I think will be potentially in between our like potential quarterfinal legs or something like that. So this defeat, just like the Rennes defeat, is making the Ligue 1 season just much tougher than it should be. But
Mhm.
against Chelsea, I 100% agree. The result is what matters. But what I've seen from the team in the big games, in the knockout games, in a game, where the result matters, we do get the result. So that's why I'm confident versus Chelsea in terms of the results. Maybe I'm not the
which
most confident in terms of the performance. I
but
don't know how we will perform versus Chelsea.
which game are you going back to now for the big game in the knockout stage for
I'm
PSG?
probably just going to the 2 recent ones versus Monaco. 2 knockout games, 2 games that if we lose, we're out.
Okay,
Two
but how,
games where the result matters and not the performance. And in both of those games, again, the performance wasn't the best. We gave away 4 stupid goals. All the goals I was really mad with. 2 early goals in the first leg, and then the second leg we conceded right before halftime and right at the end of the game. Just lack of concentration, lack of focus. But what I saw from the PSG team is like, no, we don't want to get knocked out. No, we do want to go back to back. Obviously, if we do similar versus Chelsea, there's a more likelihood we'll go out because Chelsea is a better team than Monaco. And as you mentioned with the red cards, obviously the red card in the first game wasn't as impactful as in the second leg because we scored 2 goals before the first red card. But I'm confident because I know the mentality of this team, Junior. I just know that they will always rise to the situation. It could be a little bit of delusion, Junior, because if we look at the pattern so far in 2026, the only game, Junior, where we sat here and we're like, yo, PSG
It's
is great,
close. Yeah, it's
is Marseille.
Marseille. Yeah.
That's the only game.
But that's what I'm basing it off of. So basically, again, I'm not trying to go and say like we're done. Obviously we could still beat Chelsea,
Yeah,
but the way I'm talking about it is if you're a neutral, if you're objective about this thing,
yeah,
right? You go and you look, PG's not in great form, and even the game against Monaco, I'd go and say that you can go and say given those red cards again. Obviously, even in the first, like obviously we come back to 2-2, but that red card it happened early on in the second half, and you
yeah,
scored your winner afterwards, and you could go and say that goal by Due is you could say is what sent us through, right? So that goal came with a red card. The two goals
yeah,
we scored at the Parc des Princes were after they got the red card. So three of
yeah,
PSG's five goals were scored whilst we were a man up. So that's why I'm
yeah.
going and basing that off and saying that like where if we have to go back to the last knockout stage game and whatnot, you're going back all the way to the Club World Cup. Or if you want to go just a general game against a big team and whatnot, you can say
Yeah.
if you want to say Marseille, but okay, let's go and say like a big European. Barca is the last big game that you went
Yeah,
and you Bayern.
But
No, but
yeah, Bayern.
where you
Oh,
got
where we won.
where we won, yeah. Even
Yeah.
the Bayern game, like I think we lost, and I think that's Bayern we're just better. I thought the performance was, but again, that's another game where you're talking about the red card. In that first half, we were completely beat.
Yeah, no, we would have gotten probably smoked. Like a
Exactly.
2-1 was very favorable from that game. And probably our worst performance overall this season.
Oh, I think if you go and you look I think the game, at least Bayern, you can go and say this is Bayern, right? They're
True.
gonna go, they're gonna match you. But like for example, the first half in the second leg against Monaco, I thought that was disgusting. I thought that was disgusting. Like we when
I
Monaco
mean,
scored,
we still got the two goals after we came into the game.
no,
We
it's the
even
first half,
won a
the first
penalty
leg,
that. Oh,
first leg,
yeah, yeah, no,
second leg,
yeah,
second leg,
no,
second leg.
yeah, yeah,
Because the first
yeah,
leg
yeah.
we
No,
came
I
back,
fully
so I'll
agree.
go and say that. But the second leg, we actually scored right on the stroke of halftime.
Yeah,
That was some disgusting. Like even today, I thought like we started off, pretty well. But then again, this is what I'm going saying. That we this is where we need those, like the fact that we've lost as many times already in Ligue 1 as we have the last two seasons combined.
yeah. Now that you mentioned that, I can actually bring up a stat here. Uh, mm, I can bring up this because now we're strictly talking about Ligue 1. I will bring up this, and then I will bring up another thing. This one. So, oh, camera turned off. Wait, let me just fix the camera 1 second. Okay. So the first thing I want to show is this. I made a presentation. This was after we lost to Stade de Rennes, 3-1. And Arsenal obviously won their game, 5-0 against Paris FC, which put them 1 point clear. Um, and I made this. So this is points after 22 games, which we were played at that point. And if we look at 24-25, which we won Ligue 1 in, 10-point gap. 23-24, 13-point gap. 22-23, 8-point gap. 21-22, 10-point gap. These are all our recent Ligue 1 seasons. We won them all.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went to the two seasons with lost. We were 3 points behind after 22 games in 2021, and we were 3 points behind in 16-17. And obviously here we were 1 point behind Arsenal at this point, which just shows that this season, points tally wise, it's very similar to the two Ligue 1 seasons we've lost. And then I'll bring up this stat right here. PSG recorded at least 4 defeats after its first 25 matches of a Ligue 1 season for the third time in the last 10 years, after 16-17 and 2021. The Parisian club did not win the title in those two seasons. So when it comes to Ligue 1 Junior, by pattern, we could lose this league.
And that's also another major concern. is that before then we were talking about we were not performing. I was like scared of, oh, the Champions League, you can get knocked out early. Now I'm thinking Ligue 1 is legitimately in jeopardy. Now, I still think we should be able to go and do it, but you only think you got the game away against Lens at the Boulard, a place that historically we don't, smash and we don't do perform crazy in. Just the form overall this season and whatnot. The fact that we've been very stop-start and the fact that Lens have been really good, you go and you think that you're in a title race, and we can go and say whatnot last season and whatnot, but I think the fact that we had, if you want to go and say a cushion, right, in the league was helpful. Obviously, we were still battling, especially up to this point, to go invincible. But the fact that we had that cushion was extremely helpful for PSG. Now, not only are you not in good form, you got this big, round of 16 against Chelsea. You've got potentially going into that game a 1-point lead over Lens. As in, that's how I still like. I'm not saying that we're doomed and whatnot, but like,
Yeah,
it's not looking good.
I fully agree, Junior. I mean, this has been. That's why I also said before, Junior. If we win the UCL this season, it'll be more special than last season, but in a different way. Last season was special, Junior, because it was our first ever. Ever since QSI came in, we've bottled, spent so much, had so many great players. So it felt great finally winning it, and we did it in a great way. This season, though, Junior, it's about all the hurdles we've had ahead of us. I mean, if we take a look at just one player, Junior, Osman Dembele, who won the Ballon d'Or, who was our best player and most important player last season, not just with the ball, not just with the goals and assists and the key passes and the dribbles, but as a leader as well, Junior. Because we see PSG with Dembouz on the pitch and with Dembouz not on the pitch. It's nearly two different teams. We saw it today. Obviously, we were 2-0 down as well, and Kangin also came on. But it was just a different vibe when Dembele comes on. He makes all the players around him confident. If you can go back and remember our quarterfinal versus Bayern in the Club World Cup, you remember when Dembouz came on? The game changed. Like everyone just turns up when Dembouz is on the pitch. So I'm just strictly talking about one player here, and he's had 4 or 5 separate injuries this season. Instead of just one long one, he's had pop injury, and that's obviously had a massive negative effect on us. And then we can talk about all the other players. Fabian Ruiz Jr. We know how important he is and crucial. He's been now missing over a month for us. João Neves, injury. I think he started less than 15 games this season. The only 3 players, Junior, we've had for a consistent time, Vitinha and Pacho Nuno Mendes. And they, coincidentally, have been our 3 best players this season. So what I want to feel like is the mentality from this team. Despite all the hurdles, despite everything going through, I still know this team believes that they can do it. So I agree, it's a little bit of copium and delusion, but this is still the European champions, Junior.
I agree.
And even if we go back to Madrid, the only team that's gone back to back in modern history, they weren't that consistent in their back to back season. But what did they do? They stepped up when it mattered. They lost 2-0 versus Wolfsburg. Imagine if we had lost 2-0 versus Wolfsburg in a Champions League game. Imagine the reaction. Imagine the fan base. But they went on to win the second leg 3-0 and going through. So what I'm saying is the reason I believe is maybe because of last season. Maybe not because we're as good. I fully agree. We have not been as good as we were last season. But this is a team, Junior, that I'm confident in and that deserves our confidence and belief that they will step up when it matters. That long game you talked about, it's going to be a tough game. But I believe we'll win it. Because PSG will know if that's a 6-point game.
Yeah.
And if we win it, it will take out all the steam and momentum and put the confidence around back to us for the rest of the league and season. So I'm just confident that this is a team that will step up when that matters, despite everything going bad for us. Like we've had so much going against us. And another thing is, Junior, if we go back to last season, I think why we also performed so greatly, especially mentally, is because of all the garbage we went through in the beginning of the season. I mean, nearly getting grouped in the Champions League, having, 4 points after 5 Champions League games. I think all of that negative stuff mattered for us becoming so great later on. So us losing 3-1 this game, I'm not saying it's a good thing. Obviously, I would have preferred us to win, obviously. But I think it's a mentality thing to go into the Chelsea game after a defeat to react. But still, Junior, I've been way more confident as a PSG supporter going into a Champions League game. I mean, yeah, it's gonna be really tough, Junior. But I'm just gonna back my team because this team deserves our backing, Junior. This is not the PSG that battles Champions League round of 16. This is the European champions. The team is intact, apart from Donnarumma. Yes, maybe some players are not in the best form and similar form to last season. We still have Luis Enrique, who made us believe, who made everything come true. So I don't understand why we should not believe and support our manager and players in this very tough moment of the season.
Obviously you believe and you support them, but then we're all collectively realizing or acknowledging that we're backing it off, not because of what we are currently, but because of what we were last season and the belief that we have that we
No,
can
of
replace
what
them
we
again.
are. I mean, it's still the same players. It's still the same
Obviously
team.
in that sense, but as in we're backing it off of the things that we've seen of what our team is capable of doing, more so than the more recent form, right? When, for example, when we went into that game against Liverpool last year, logic would go and dictate that, Liverpool was going to go win. But on form, PSG was just as good, if not better than Liverpool, right? Now, this time around, PSG is not that team, but, based on it's like almost like the rules have reversed. It's like when we played Real Madrid in 17-18, those two ties, going into that game, I think like we were like PSG were almost like favorites going into that game. And
Yeah.
PSG were playing the better football, they were playing more expansively and whatnot. But Real Madrid, the history, what they did before and whatnot, so basically we've turned into that Madrid now. We're not basing it off, we're not looking at it objectively.
Exactly.
We're basing it off of we're backing our team because we've known that we've been able to get out of holes in the past against Marseille in the Trophée des Champions, against
Spurs,
Flamengo, against
UEFA Super
Spurs,
Cup.
all those games. Liverpool last season as well.
Exactly. Yeah.
Dang,
And this is like a mentality that's been built up ever since Lucha came in. Even in our first season, I remember when we played Sociedad in the first leg, we had a very mid first half, came out much better. Lucha does a tactical switch against Barca, lost the first game 3-2, disgusting, concede early on in the second leg. Obviously, Araujo red card was favorable, but I mean that was a tactical thing from Lucha as well. And then we came back. For me, I just get a little bit disgusted with some PSG supporters. I'm not saying there's a likelihood, there's not a likelihood Chelsea beat us. No, that's why I've been saying this game is 55-45. And that's despite Chelsea not being the best team, Junior. It's more about us. We're not playing at the form where I can say, oh, we're going to win, we're going to beat Chelsea. No, I know it's going to be tough. I could even see us, Junior, not get a favorable result in the first game and have to go and get a tough result away at the bridge if everything doesn't go right. But I'm prepared to be there for my team. I'm not gonna not support and believe this team. So what I'm gonna do, Junior, I'm gonna lower my expectations. I'm gonna lower my hype, but I'm not gonna lower it to a point where I'm gonna say I believe we're gonna get knocked out. I believe we're gonna get knocked out or anything. Because let's say we go through, Junior, I would feel disgusted then. Because I'd be like, I didn't believe in this team. I don't deserve to celebrate us going through versus Chelsea. I don't deserve to celebrate it because I didn't believe in this team. And yeah, I don't think we should be mad at ourselves for believing in our team. Like Junior, I believed we would win the UCL basically every single season since 17-18. But yeah, the team deserved it. I mean, Nasser Khalifi was investing massively, signing so many great players that could help us to win the UCL. So the belief was always there. And now that we actually win the UCL, I'm definitely not gonna stop my belief. I mean, Junior, in the halftime of the Club World Cup, I had an ounce of belief that we would come back in the second half. I mean, it wasn't
But even then though,
but it
in
was
that
just an
Club World Cup,
ounce, man.
but even in that Club World Cup game, you can go and you can say like that was an anomaly, and that like we were like the run we were on in that Club World Cup. Okay, bought the game against Botafogo, smacked Real Madrid 4-0, beat Bayern Munich 2-0, smacked Atletico Madrid. Like you get one goal in that game, and you can come back. And even then, like obviously the game against Chelsea, that first half especially was bad. But like you go on, like that do chance where he tried to, pass it back to I believe it was Hakimi. If
Yeah.
that goes in, it's a completely different game. And we still had chances in that game. Like I'm not trying to go and say that, all PSG would deserve to win that game. Chelsea were definitely the better team, right? But you go and you look like we still had opportunities. And after in the second half, they didn't do nearly as much until like the latter ends where we were just throwing, the kitchen sink at everything. But just like now, like we just look vulnerable. Like every single time Monaco go in attack, and it's like the lucky deflections as well, but everything is not
But
going. Yeah, go on.
no, just you said that running against us. Like I never felt it. Like Monaco were complete garbage this game. Like with the ball, like off the ball, they were superb. They made it so hard for us. It's so difficult for us to play the game. But I mean, offensively, I was like, yeah, Pacho, great recovery. Oh, Zabatni, you absolutely cooked him. And then I don't know, our players were like, you know what? I feel sorry for Monaco. We beat them in the Champions League. Let's give them a free goal here and there. After we scored from Barcola, because I believed, like I had a rant in the halftime show. We conceded early on, and I was like, no, I believe. But then Boost comes on, the game changes. Barcola scores, great goal, and then we fucking concede such a FIFA goal, man. Kangi Lee, a very great press-resistant player, loses the ball in our own half, and then that Fugazi deflection on Nuno
Yeah,
Mendes. If that didn't happen, I know we would have come back, at least getting a draw in this game.
I mean,
And
even the other deflection, like the even like the Vitinha one, like obviously that one, I think he's just trying to play it, and it just falls right into the path of Golovin,
yeah,
literally just
yeah,
come up.
that's less of a, just more of an unfortunate mistake. Like Warren, that's
Yeah,
that's a that's a
that's
war crime.
ridiculous.
That's a war crime.
Dang.
Um, and obviously we mentioned the Marseille game before, and obviously it's still Marseille at the end of the day, but that was a game where I think our players really wanted to win it and perform, and they pulled up with an absolutely amazing performance, Junior. I mean, I remember I wasn't recency bias or anything. I was just honest. I said this is one of the best games we've played under Luis Enrique.
No, I agree, and it definitely was, and that's sort of almost the issue that I potentially have with it this year is, and it was, I guess it's the typical issue that you have when you just won, is the mentality. Is that like in that Marseille game, we're like, we're going, especially we lost previously, so we're going into that game, we need to finish you off. And I almost
Yeah,
felt like, I think the biggest, maybe one of the biggest things for us today is complacency. That's probably the biggest word I can go and use.
yeah.
Like Nuno Mendes, I think afterwards when he said like has nothing to do with us like not being good physically. Like we've had the rest. PSG's not, we're not playing, 3 games a week and whatnot. We've had the chance. It's just mentality, and it's an issue. Is that like if that game was in the Champions, like I go and say the PSG probably go like we did previously, get a draw. But it's now, I think
Keep
we've
talking.
playing.
Keep talking.
We're in Ligue 1. We already have a 4-point lead. We can make it 7. It's against Monaco. You just played them, just knocked them out. And I think there's the aspect that we were a bit complacent and thinking that, it's going to be an easy game where you're going to, stroll past it and, move on and get ready to play Chelsea. And then we get another rude awakening. And the thing is, with the issues it's been too often for us this season. The thing that I'm hoping for is that we are going to be able to flick on that switch like we've done, against the Marseille game in those big games, and turn it on and be able to show up against Chelsea and beat them over 2 legs. But the issue is that when you go and you turn things on and off like that, is that on that day you may go and just not have it on, and it's going to bite you in the back.
True, true. Like it's a risk.
Yeah.
As we discussed the Marseille game, I also want to show this. Un pic d'intensité lors de la dernière journée non moyen encore. So basically, this season, the games were when you
We've
used the
had the
most
most high
intensity,
intensity runs. Yeah.
and it was the Marseille game.
Yeah.
Because we know we play very high intensity under Luis Enrique, which just shows there's a clear pattern, obviously, between the intensity. And I believe we play full intensity in this upcoming Chelsea game. I believe the players really want to win this game. As you said before, the Marseille game came straight after a 3-1 defeat in Ligue 1. So I guess the pattern is there. Even though I definitely don't think we'll get anywhere close to a 5-0 result in this game. But I've just believed in this team this entire season through the ups and downs, and we've had so many fucking downs this season. But I'm ready. One thing people were discussing in the chat before you came in. Let's build the lineup for the Chelsea game, Junior.
Okay.
In goal, Matveev Safonov, no question marks.
Yeah.
Hakimi, right back, no question marks. Very happy he's improving. Great assist tonight, and I think he had a good performance. And he's just been improving.
Mm-hmm.
Nuno Mendes, I felt he was at least our best player tonight.
Really? I thought Hakimi was better than them today, personally.
I just thought it was just those 1-2s with Khvicha, like the runs he made into the box, one for Barcola, I think, that led to that draw finish.
Yeah. Okay.
But I mean, both were really good, which is very important for us because we saw how important our fullbacks were in the UCL last season, and we saw how important they were versus Barca. They got both the assists in that game, so I'm very happy that they are in good form. Pacho obviously is going to start this game.
Mm-hmm.
Now the first question mark comes. I thought it was a very easy answer to say Marquinhos Jr. Marquinhos has been very great in 2026. Even in games we've lost, even in games where, let's say the 2 Monaco games in the knockout stages, we can see 4 goals. I think the second one in the first leg, you can blame it a little bit on him. He loses the header and passes it straight to Golovin. But apart from that, I felt he's been good.
Yeah.
But Zabarni starts tonight. There's no report about any Marquinhos injury. And some people obviously say that we bought Zabarni to play the Premier League teams. Do you think maybe Zabarni starts?
No. I mean, that's like going and saying Joe Fernandez starting today. I think it's just Luis Enrique rotating the squad, getting player minutes. Because we think Joe is going to start against Chelsea. I don't think so. I think it's just a thing of rotating the squad. I think Marquinhos is going to be there, especially if there's no thing or no sign of injury.
Yeah. Fair. I just want to take this. We ain't going back to back mode. Look, Funkin, you can have your belief and everything can go down in the team, but just change this to it's very, very hard for me to see us going back to back. Don't do this. We ain't going. We ain't. The season is over. We ain't going back to. Just say it's very hard. Even for me, someone that pushes the team, I would say, yeah, it's especially with the fucking draw that we have. Chelsea, potentially Liverpool, potentially buying Madrid City, potentially buying Barca, Arsenal. Like we have to, I don't like we have to do some crazy black magic voodoo to.
I mean,
to go
for me,
back this season.
For me, I even said it right after the Monaco game, even as bad as we were. I said either PSG get knocked out in the round of 16. At that point, it was going to be either Barca or Chelsea, or we win everything. There's no in between.
Yo, testing.
Yeah, we can hear you, Joseph. Yeah, exactly, John. I believe we have a lot of tough games. Chelsea's the first hurdle, and we haven't had. I remember after we played Bayern, I said we don't have any big game until the round of 16 of the Champions League, and now we're here again. So, yeah, I believe if we can show, obviously, if we beat Chelsea, we have to be good, and that will give the players confidence that we can go as far as possible.
Man, y'all still in March? Man, I'm already in May, man. I'm flying on this city tie, bro. I'm flying on the city tie in the semis, man.
Oh,
y'all already 2 months behind.
Okay, he's doing that. He's doing the opposite gimmick now. So in the beginning it was giving up gimmick. Now it's
bro. You guys,
okay, I love that.
Lucho Ball,
that's much better, man.
Bro.
Lucho Ball is a freak show. Lucho Ball is Babylonian. But Paris Saint-Germain will overcome. Okay? The best players in the world will overcome. What's that shit people say? That sunshine follow rain? You know? I'm serene,
at the end of
bro.
the rainbow, there is a goblin with the gold.
Well, hopefully with the Champions League trophy for the metaphor. But for me, I mean, this season, it's gonna prove why Paris Saint-Germain is the biggest football institution in the world. Like we're at a level now where like our margin for error has lessened, but it doesn't matter. Like PSG in the metaphysical space of European club football, we've taken the spot of Real Madrid, not only as the team with most of the best players in the world, but also as the team with the most fortune. Okay? Like every time it looks like we should lose, it don't happen. Like especially in Champions League. But the league has been the biggest, indicator of how up and down we have been this season. But Champions League, it's a whole different animal. Okay, the arrogance that this team shows, it'll be on full display Wednesday night en route to a 4-0 victory. Okay, it's very clear what needs to be done.
4-0. That's your prediction.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh boy.
It's the 8-letter word. It's the 8-letter word. The 8-letter word that defines this modern football shit. Pressing. Like we just played the game of a team solutions, but for the pressing, like what I'm really saying is players like Mayulu are probably going to start on Wednesday because we need to dominate in that aspect in a couple of days. If we can suffocate, we're pretty much going to replicate that Marseille performance. It's very clear that we're just putting all our eggs in the basket for Wednesday.
I hope our gamble works.
It's going to work. This is what we do. This is what we always do.
As in, for me at this point, it would take something like a
and I got some controversial shit to say as well, bro. Like, bro, Monaco are better than Chelsea. Real life, bro.
Okay.
I'm not trolling, bro. Pause.
Monaco are not all that.
Bro, Chelsea do not have a single midfielder that can play at the level Lamine Camara has shown in these last couple of games. The man looked like Yaya Toure. Bro, Chelsea don't have a player like that, bro. Chelsea don't even have like a defensive duo on the level of like what Zakaria and Kamara showed. Like, they don't have that. They too young. Like, bro, they gonna get split the fuck open, bro. Like,
Monaco aren't that good though either. Like,
Monaco. I'm not even trying to gas Monaco, but Monaco are better than Chelsea.
Oh no,
Chelsea are not good.
Monaco is not good either.
But Monaco better.
Nah, bro. You know what I've just realized? Look at
Monaco got pieces, man. Like legit.
Hold on, look at what Monaco did both legs from set piece. Even though they didn't score, they should have had like today. Zakaria should have scored. Now imagine Chelsea. I think Chelsea's the team in the Premier League with the second.
Who cares? But Chelsea can't defend. They can't defend for shit.
We can't defend either. Like, hold on. Who do you think has the better defense, Monaco or Chelsea?
Which team has the better capability to play through the defense? Like, just bro, this shit is about talent. At the end of the day, Chelsea don't have talent like that. They lack talent to really be on the same pitch as us on the night.
Bro, Tosin, you're moving like you're moving like the 12th of July 2025, and the 13th of July we got humbled.
Well, to be honest, I don't think we were on this platform during that time. I think we were all enjoying our summer. But look, man, like
listen,
I'm really not worried. I'm really not worried for Wednesday. This is what we always do, bro. There are some issues though. There are some internal issues, but we've talked about it so much in this pod, bro. Who cares? Like Kvara, Barcola, Due, logjam, and left wing. Okay, we know this. Vitinha on his last legs. He's tired of shit. We know this. Honestly, the worst sector of the team today was the midfield, to be honest. And attack was bad, but no, midfield was even worse. Like no one was offering, especially on like the first goal we conceded. Like a lot of people will blame Warren, and that's fine. But everyone moved away from the ball when Warren was on it. Look at it back. Like everyone just moved away from.
No, that goes
was emblematic of
completely
the whole
on Warren.
game.
That goes completely on Warren. That's not like
That's
you
fine.
shouldn't
That's
exclude
fine.
it.
I can understand you saying that, but still, everyone moved away from the ball, and that was the whole game. People were kind of moving away from the ball. They weren't looking to find solutions. That was the whole midfield sector.
Mm-hmm. It's like we had a
So-
bunch of Rafinha Sosan. They were looking for the run instead of a Yamal that is dropping and wanting the ball and so on.
I mean, our movement just in general, ever since like this season, has not been good.
No. Yeah, but I think a lot of that has to do with the teams as well. Because this is basically how Chelsea played against us in the Club World Cup final. That's how teams are playing us, man to man, across the entire pitch. That's how Bayern played against us. That's how Monaco have been played against us all of these 3 games. That's why it's been a little bit hard sometimes for us to move the ball around. But I mean, we still had so many final third entries. The 1-2s between Khvicha Kvaratskhelia and Nuno Mendes tonight. I think the right side was very dead, apart from Hakimi bombing down. Like Dua wasn't that good, and obviously Warren. It was a generational stinker. But like the left side, I think was again Nuno and Khvicha is mostly them. If you can add like a Fabian, like I can't wait for Fabian to fix a lot of our problems as well, because he's that link with the attack, and I think Fabian is a bigger miss because we've also been missing Dembele, because Dembele is also the link between the midfield and the attack.
Mayulu has to start now since Fabian's not.
No, okay. Now that you come here,
start.
Tosin, because we're discussing the lineup, we agree on something of Hakimi, Pacho, and Nuno. I want to know your thoughts, Tosin, because I said the lineup today obviously will give us indication. Marquinhos not starting, Tosin. Do you think it's just a rest or something? Or do you think actually Lucho? Okay.
But to be honest, Marquis is food. He is food. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, and people say in the chat, I think you mentioned it before, like we bought Zabarni to play against the Prem teams.
That's a good point. But yeah,
and I mean, their left winger will be like Garnacho, Pedro Neto. So if Zabarni gets cooked there, we gotta sell him immediately. Vitinha has the 6. That's very clear. Unfortunately, Warren, Zaire Emery, or you know what? No,
actually, I disagree. I think won't Neves be back?
That's the thing. We don't. He will be back. I don't think he was individual training though. I don't think he was even back in training. Do you think he starts?
Let's see though. I think he starts. Yeah, I think it's Vitinha, Neves, and Mayula. Vitinha and Warren is another thing. Like together, they cannot coexist. Like,
what about 4 attackers?
I mean, we'd be
stop
damn,
this for.
We'd be
you can't play 4 attackers with Vitinha at 6, man.
Yeah, no, it's a bit too late.
No, because like this game, we finished off with 4 attacks. Obviously, we're 2-0 behind, and then the Le Havre game as well. We finished off with 4 attackers.
Oh, yeah, but it's a different thing to finish off the game with 4 than to start it off. Because if you have 4 attackers, and that limits you being able to bring in a joker later on in the game.
Yeah. No, true. There's more space. The opposition less tired and so on. You won't get punished as much. Because the thing for me, when I started the stream, I said, yeah, no, we can't have Dembu starting versus Chelsea. I don't want to take another risk. We saw what happened versus Bayern versus Monaco. That's disgusting. I don't want to. But despite missing, 3 games and the Monaco game he got injured in, he looks really slick. He looks really good. And again,
he did look slick coming on today, but
he's so important for us. Man. Like,
but you could tell, though. You could tell after like the 85th minute or 80th minute, his legs were gone. I think he only has 45 minutes in his legs for Wednesday. I think it's like you play him for a full half.
I think we need
half though.
I think it's a Manchester City type deal. You play him for a full half.
Oh my! I've heard of people going and saying that Kang deserves to start. So potentially, you take.
I like Kang false 9 for this game.
No, I don't think we've seen that enough.
For me, I don't think Kang will start just because we've been in so many games. We're like, yeah, no, obvious Kang will start today. I think just Lucho sees him as a bench player.
Again, Due and Kvara, they just have to. I mean, they always show up on these nights. That's the thing with Due and Kvara. Like, They're very inconsistent players, but those big light when it's the big lights, when it's the big stage like that, they relish that shit. So
And this
that's why.
Barcola number 9, I'm loving it, man. I'm loving it. I think Barcola likes that position as well because his link up as a number 9 is very good.
The one with Hakimi was good too. That
Yeah.
was
One,
start
two,
of the
there.
game. Yeah.
So I think Barcola there, then Due, and then maybe Neves if he's fit. But even this midfield, we've talked about it. We don't like it as a midfield.
This midfield is getting cooked. You cannot play that.
No, not getting.
You
I'm
have to
just saying in
play.
terms of
You
ball
have to play
progression.
Mayulu. If you actually, bro, Mayulu actually connects the most with the attack. If you
Yeah.
actually think about it.
Yeah, and he makes
Like
those
his
self-burst runs as well. Just
Yeah,
like
the
Pavard.
combination play with Barcola, Due, Kvara. Today he even gave Dembouz could have had a tap in today. Like he just connects so well with the attackers. That's just something and then in the counter pressing, he's precious in the counter pressing. You know he's gonna run for days. So I would just play Vitinha, Neves, Mayulu. Isn't that was the midfield we played against Marseille, right? I think it was Vitinha, Neves, Mayulu. So just go with that.
5-0. Let me just double check here. Yeah, Vitinha, Neves, Mayuro. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I could definitely
pressing was
see
crazy
Lucho
that
bench
game.
Warren. Yeah.
Our
Yeah, no,
pressing was
this-
crazy that game. That's what we got to do. That's the template, man. You
And
know?
then, as you said, we got Dembouz for the bench. We got Kangili for the bench. We got Warren off the bench. Gonçalo. Lucas Hernandez usually comes on UCL games as well. Man, I'm ready, man. Let's get it, man. And Chelsea
gonna be
fans
a
are
smoke
so
session.
they're talking so
Yeah.
much, man. And one thing I know about this PSG team, we love to silence haters. That Barca game, we won the group stage. I think a big reason we wanted to win it was how much shit everybody was talking.
More so how much crap Barca was talking.
Yeah, no, exactly. Barca. Yeah, how much they were talking. I mean, even Gonçalo came out after the game and said, talk on the pitch. Don't talk off.
I really hope we show that same mentality. That it's like a derby. You come up, it's a one thing. Form goes out the window.
Yep.
But at some point, do you guys not think though that, especially now with the benefit of hindsight, like we got the transfers over the summer like completely wrong. Our entire transfer policy, from letting Donna go to not bringing enough players in, to Chevalier to Zabor, like it's just been a complete dud thus far.
Oh, it has, and it's strictly on the front office. Like they didn't sign a single player.
Yeah.
Like we can scream injury, so on and so forth. And one thing that I gotta go and give kudos to is Arsenal. Like they've got crazy depth. PSG don't have that. Look at
but Lucha doesn't want to have depth on purpose. He wants to have.
No, we actually do have depth.
It
We
raises
do
the
have depth.
competition.
We do have.
I'm talking
depth.
about
It's just
overall.
that-
Like we have a 23-man squad. I think one of the smallest in Europe.
Listen, it would be fine if we had a season like last year or we didn't have many injuries. But in a season where, especially when you think of the fact that the amount of games you played, like I think I heard it on the comms today, Bradley Barcola with his game today, he's played 100 games since last season began. 100 games.
Yeah.
Like we're playing too much football. And so it was inevitable that players would get injured. And so, of course, yes, he wants a smaller squad, so on and so forth. All perfectly fine. But given that he knew just how much physical strain
Barcola is showing no signs of burnout, though, even despite those 100 games.
But there was a moment, especially early on in the season, where he's going and mentioning.
Yeah, early on. But he looks fine these days.
Now he does. But I'm just using Barcola as a point. Like I think, for example, Vitinha is a player who's beginning to labor a bit physically because of the amount of games he's playing and how much we're playing in. Like, and this is also why this loss in Ligue 1 hurts even more, because at least last year you can go and say, okay, you can rotate, right? You can play Jean Neves, you can play Dro or somebody else instead of him. But now, because basically you're in a title race, you need to play him every single game in Ligue 1 as well.
Oh, you know. No, I mean, look, this is what a supporter is for the big games, and now we can put Ligue 1 to the side. We don't even have a midweek game in between. Shout out to Ligue 1. And a lot of tears from the world of football, especially the
I know, I
Premier
know, I
League
know. A
fans,
lot
man.
of
It's
I
disgusting.
I don't understand. Like, first and foremost, people go and say, "Oh, this is PSG," being, flexing their power, showing the dick. First and foremost, Ligue 1 would do that for any French club that goes far in the Champions League or in European competition. I believe they did the same thing for Lyon last year when they were in the quarterfinals of the Europa League. It's pretty
Yep.
bog standard. They move it around, because it's in Ligue 1's best interest to have their best teams or their teams go as far as they can in the competition. For one of the factor that they want to maintain or improve on their coefficient to get more teams in the Champions League or European competitions for the next year, and B, the commercial aspect of the better PSG these teams do, the more interest fans of the world and people have in those teams, and the more
Yep.
uh, value Ligue 1 is going to have. So it's in their interest. And all the prem-tards out there can go and whine and complain. Well, first and foremost, it's not like if you have anybody to complain to the Premier League. They think that their product, like, again, if they don't want to go and do so, fine. But it happens in the Bundesliga as well and whatnot. And again, the thing I don't understand is, like, people, like, this whole gimmick of the getting not having to play the game. Like, people need to make a decision of whether or not it's a good thing or a bad thing, because then people will go and flip it and go and say, well, actually, no, it means PSG won't be able to have game rhythm. That actually Chelsea's game against Newcastle, it adds game intensity.
Yep.
So it's like, choose something. You can't go on the one hand, go and cry wolf that, oh, it's not fair, and also go and say, actually, you know what, it's actually a good thing. So
Yeah, for me, Junior, it ties along with the Ligue 1 agenda they have. Before they used to say, PSG are so bad in the UCL because of the big jump from Ligue 1 to UCL,
mhm.
and then they switched it last season
Last season,
to
because they can
PSG
rest all their
can rest and
players.
everything. Do you know what I feel like? I think the Premier League is obviously a bubble, Junior, and they are by far the best league. When
Mhm.
you look at average quality in the league, nobody disagrees with that.
Yeah.
But I think they're very insecure that teams beat them in the Champions League, especially PSG, because we beat City, we beat Arsenal, we beat Liverpool, we beat Aston Villa, and instead of just accepting the greatness, they want to find those asterisks. Oh no! Oh yeah, PSG beat Liverpool because they can rest in the league. Yeah, PSG beat Arsenal because they can rest in the league. Oh, PSG beat Chelsea because they didn't have a midweek game. So I think it just made up excuses instead of accepting greatness, because they've been doing this with many gimmicks they have. Um, and also, PSG pays so much money. They used to do that gimmick all the time before. Now, obviously, when the Premier League is spending more than us, they can't do that anymore. So I just feel like it's excuses at the end of the day. Like, I wouldn't do that. If Chelsea were missing a game, I'd be like, okay. If Chelsea were doing this, I'd be like, okay, let's beat them, because I don't care about those irrelevant stuff. They want to make this into the biggest relevant thing, so that when eventually Chelsea loses, because we could potentially have an entire Premier League run again. If we beat Chelsea, beat Liverpool, if maybe City go through in some way, and then Arsenal in the final. And I think the Premier League is scared that will happen. Because imagine a team from the Farmers League beats the best teams in the Premier League. No, no, what? PSG playing a Farmers League. So yeah, I think they're scared of us.
I mean, on that aspect though, like, that got me in. I mean, I know you made a video about it last week. The set piece derby we saw on Sunday. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Wow, 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 wow. The mighty Premier League. That was the most disgusting game of football I think I've ever seen. And I went on and go ahead and said, I'm not, again, we all agree that the Premier League has the highest quality, average quality.
Average, like the 20th place team in the Premier League.
Yeah. I think
So much better than the 20th.
it's better, yeah.
Like the first team in Ligue 1 and first team in Premier League, first team in Ligue 1 is
Yeah,
better.
they go. But so we say that the average quality, like, it's the highest quality league on average amongst the European top 5 leagues. However, what I will go and say, especially for this season, the technical level of football on display, I will go and say that this season it's been higher in Ligue 1. Sorry, I watched the Chelsea Arsenal game, and then I watched the Olympico, Marseille versus Lyon. And obviously, I'm not saying that Marseille and Lyon are better than Chelsea and Arsenal, but oh my goodness, this set piece gimmick. When I went back here in England, the highlights for the game on Sky Sports, I went and looked at it. Every single highlight, the only non-set piece highlight in that game came when Pedro Neto got that red card. That was the only non-set piece highlight. Everything else was set pieces. There were 15 set pieces, corners between the two. Their XG, there was a higher XG from set plays than there were from open goal. That was disgusting, and that's one of the areas I am low-key nervous because we saw what Monaco did, today with whatchamacallit, Zakaria Chance. I'm just thinking if we get a corner, fudge, bro. Like I'm oh my goodness. I just hope like it's gonna be going like we went into that game against Arsenal. Just this fugazi set piece gimmick, bro.
The only difference like from this season, last season, Junior, we faced Villa, Arsenal, and Liverpool twice each in the knockout stages. Didn't consider a single set piece goal. Why? The focus and concentration levels, Junior. Like that game at Anfield and Emirates, we were so focused and concentrated. And I think that has been our issue this season. Even against Monaco, second leg in the UCL, we concede goals at the end of the first half and at the end of the second half. That's due to bad focus, not bad defending. And when it comes to set pieces, Junior, it's about focus. When Thierry Henry scored the goal versus Brazil, you remember in 2000...
2006? 2006.
2006,
at the back post was a dang.
Why? Because Roberto Carlos wasn't focused. He was like tying his shoelaces or something. So I think that's a very crucial thing, and we have to be so focused versus Chelsea, man. Because these Premier League teams, Junior, they don't play football in the sense where you have to be attentive the entire game. They play football where you have to be attentive in certain moments of the game. Like they take set pieces as if it's a penalty. But we have to take that seriously. I even saw this tweet I wanted to show. You've probably seen this video of the Brighton manager.
Yeah, I saw it.
Screaming, fucking play football. And he says, it's mad because in all other years, it would be the title-chasing manager screaming this at a relegation level club. How the game has changed. So no, we need to beat Chelsea and all the other Premier League teams that come ahead of us. Not for us, but for football as well.
For the sake of football.
We need to keep the sport tonight, man.
We are carrying it, but to be honest, though, we haven't been carrying football because of one person, Lucho. Like Lucho Ball is just, my God, man. Like it's like school, man.
Did we play one of the best footballs ever? Did we play one of the best footballs ever last season?
Yeah, when everyone was on mode,
Okay. And that was Luis Enrique's system, which we consider to be one of the best systems ever.
I disagree. I just think
that's the thing. You think it's just because we had all of those great players, that's why we played like that. No, it was we had so many great players and a great system. Just look at Pep's Barca. Pep's Barca, he had one of the best starting 11s ever, if not the best. But his system was also really crucial and impactful for them winning the trophies. It's the same here, Joseph. You got to give props to the players' individual ability and performances, but also prop to the manager for the system he's implemented. And I can agree with the critique for this season, Tosin. Even Lucho, he said a quote recently. He said, this month we will be able to try more stuff. Because in previous months, we've had so many games with the injuries, Tosin. It nearly feels like Lucho hasn't been able. So he's played the most risk-free football, which is, as you said, make Vitinha into this rigid number 6. But now we're seeing Barcola striker. We're seeing us finish off games with 4-man attack. So it feels like maybe now Lucho will start steadily, I guess, experimenting now towards the end of the season and trying on new stuff.
That's not when you experiment.
I know, there hasn't been a point for us to experiment, Tosin, because we've had so many tough games. I mean, we had you've seen the Champions League group stage draw we have, Tosin. 7 out of the 8 teams are in the Champions League round of 16.
That's true.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
The only team is what? Bilbao.
But the thing is, you mentioned these 7 teams, but we're so far ahead, though. Like when we're playing at our level, we're by far the best team in the world.
Yeah, but still, even if you're the best team, so if you have so many tough games and you have a Ligue 1 season where the level in Ligue 1 has gone up, it's not victim shit, Tosin. I'm being realistic. And we also have a very tough knockout stage. I'm not victimizing anyone, Tosin. I just understand the situation we're in. So that's why when people say, oh, we're not the same as last season, I'm like, first of all, yeah, it's impossible to be the same as you were last season. And second
Honestly,
of all,
the sole
look at what
reason
we've
why
had.
we haven't been the
Dembele,
same.
Tosin. That's our best player.
That's
That's our
it.
most
That's
important
it.
player, Tosin.
That's really been the sole reason why we've been up and down all
I,
season. His injury. Because if you
I
remember,
would
his
say
first two,
it's been the most crucial one for sure, Tosin. But like
because
you got to consider in Neves, he's only played like started like 15 games this season. Fabian
true.
Ruiz, he's had multiple injuries. Hakimi was basically out for like 5 months. The only three players, Tosin, that have been consistent and playing is Nuno Mendes, Hakimi, and Pacho, and Nuno. And they've been our three best players this season. And then I'll put Khvicha as at a fourth place. Duas also been massively injured, so
No,
it's not
Warren.
victim card.
No, a
It's
lot
not.
of players. A
I'm
lot
not
of
being a
players.
cuck. I'm just being realistic. Like it's very hard for us to reach our peak form if him injury, and then him injury, and then them injury combined, and them injury together. So us being in Champions League round of 16, first in Ligue 1, I know only by a point. Yeah, we're doing a good job. We're doing a good enough job. But what did you want to mention more about Osman Dembele?
No, I'm just saying, like, look at his first two seasons at PSG and compare it with this season in terms of availability. Like,
Yeah,
we've never struggled so much offensively through a full
100%.
season. Like that's really what's kind of killed the season. And Fabian, I guess, his subsequent injury, because Fabian is not a guy that gets injured. Go look at his injury record or lack thereof. Like, he don't be getting hurt, bro.
And
Fabian
one thing
never
with
gets hurt.
those two players, Sosan, is the mentality as well. They are the oldest players in the squad, starting 11 apart from Marquinhos. Marquinhos doesn't really have that strong of a mentality. Like Dembuz and Fabian Tosin, especially in big Champions League knockout games, they are massive for us. Vitinha looks up to Fabian. People talk about Vitinha looks up to Fabian in pressure, stressful moments because Fabian is not stressing. Dembuz is the same thing. Like Dembuz, when he came on today, it wasn't just what he did with the ball. He just gives so much confidence to the players around him. It makes everyone better.
Yeah,
So us missing them together
that link
is
up with
insane.
Kang was crazy.
Yeah,
And when he dropped that defender,
yeah, and then trying to go for the top right corner. I mean, he was cold tonight. And there was once when he just cut inside, took the shot, then Gonzalez tried to score from the deflection.
yeah, how he created that was crazy too. Like,
Yo, it's so
man.
sad we haven't seen Ballon d'Or Dembele.
No, but I wanna go with that thing you were talking about, right wing Dembuz, Doué. You're saying Barcola false nine. I'm really thinking Doué, bro.
I like Doué false
And
nine. For me, the most preferable one is four-man attack. Doué as the 10.
I don't
Barcola
think you can do
striker.
that.
Would
Dembele
you
just down
gamble a
the wings.
four-man attack in your first leg of the
You
Champions
can't do that
League?
with
No, I'm not.
Vitinha.
No,
You
I
can't
don't
do that
think
with Vitinha
Dembele shouldn't
sitting.
start. But
Bro, you know what? You can do that if you call me crazy. You can do that if you
yeah, but
bench
Tusa, you
Vitinha.
talk about like Fabian is like this
You can play
insane
four.
defensive player. You're just
You can play
switching Fabian for Doué.
No, but Fabian
He
is
runs a lot. I know he
yeah,
does so much
he
defensive
runs.
work. I guess other players would just have to compensate. Plus, Doué actually recovers well. Like multiple times this game, I saw him. He's actually a better recoverer than Warren, which is fucking crazy. But just like Warren's defensive ability is very overrated. I've noticed as well.
Yeah, Warren's good like shoulder to shoulder, but
Yeah,
like he doesn't have like a nous for where the ball's gonna go like Neves does,
yeah.
defensively.
Missing Neves as well. Massive thing.
That's what I'm saying.
yeah.
Vitinha, Neves, Mayulu, bro. Vitinha, Neves, Mayulu. That's your midfield three.
Yeah.
Period.
And then now with
We have to
Hakim coming back
dominate in the
more,
pressing game. We have to
that means
dominate.
Doué is gonna go more inside as well. Because when we had Warren inverted more, like Hakim in his first season under Lucho. So now we'll have more because I want to do it more central. But like Barcola striker, I like it a lot. Because I think Barcola likes that position more as well. He's just
I think he's been in pretty good form. What, 3 goals in his last 3 games?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Goal
For
to
me,
have,
it's like
pointer and then a goal today.
if Dembuz starts, if they start him, that left wing, I don't know what they do. Kvara, Barcola, you're gonna have to pick because Doué is gonna start for me.
Yeah, but I don't.
I could see Dewey start off the bench, and you bring him on.
Nah, Due starts. I
No,
think he starts.
for me, likely when Dembele doesn't start.
Yeah, I think
And
Dembele.
Abraham
I think what's gonna happen is that like
Yeah, I think Dembele will be.
you bring on Dembele in the
he'll
second
come off
half.
the bench.
Yeah,
Yeah.
whoever is not performing. And this thing, Dembele could come on for Dewey round wing. He could come on for Barcola false nine, and he could come on for someone else, and then like Barcola moves to the left or Dewey moves to the left. So
Or
I
for
really
someone
like
in the
the.
midfield. Yeah. And we
Oh
play
yeah,
four attackers.
if we're really behind, yeah. Or maybe Lucha just goes for attackers because he's ended games as four attackers. Maybe he ends it with four attackers.
That's possible.
4 attackers plus Vitinha is crazy, but let's see.
Because in 4 attackers, we're chasing the game, or Lucha wants to finish the tie off in the first.
Call me nuts, though. Call me nuts. I just wish we were doing this earlier in the season. I would actually have experimented 4 attackers with Warren in that Vitinha position.
We couldn't really have
Because
gone.
it means everyone has legs. It's about who got the legs right now. If you look at players who
Yeah, but
cover
Warren
the
got
most
legs by
distance,
his ass, man. Like
Warren, Due, they're always that Warren, Due, Neves, like they're always there at that top, like in terms of distance cover.
But
It's really about running. That's how it's really about these Premier League teams. It's a track meet. That's all it's really about. How much you gonna run with them? If we run just as much as Chelsea, we smacked them 7-0.
well, Vitinha runs a lot.
On God, we smacked.
It's
Yeah,
just
he
that
does,
in
he
this
does, he
rigid
does,
position. It's just in the
No,
rigid
it's the
position.
it's the lack of high intensity actions, bro. Like he's not as intense as last season.
And that could definitely be. I mean, he's basically started every single game this season. I mostly remember that game. What was it? He was subbed off in like 25th minute. If you guys remember.
Was that right before Barca?
Yeah, that was before the Barca game. That was right before the Barca game.
Yeah, like Lucha felt he still had to start Vitinha. We got an early goal, and he was like, "All right, I can finally take you off." So maybe it's because he's just played way too much, man. He's not gotten rest.
Oh boy.
And what's my obsession with foreign attackers? It's different stuff. First of all, I think you got to evolve as a team. Discussed this even since last season, and then obviously the first game of this season was with four attackers. We could have even potentially seen at the Club World Cup if Dembouz wasn't injured. But we saw in the first game versus Spurs. Obviously, Neves was suspended, so that and Fabian was injured going into the game. So maybe that was the reason. But I always felt, we're going to do a new evolution. And if you look at teams this season compared to last season, they sit way deeper against us. They play more defensive. They park the bus more against us. And the way to, counter that is playing with four attackers. And Desiree Dua is a natural midfielder. I'm not saying play Dembouz in the midfield. I'm not saying play Khvisha in the midfield. I'm not saying Barco. I'm saying Desiree Dua. Desiree Dua came through the ranks at Stade de Rennes as a midfielder. One of his best performances with Stade de Rennes was versus AC Milan at the San Siro, where he played a bit more central. So it's not like some surprising, especially now with Fabian Ruiz injured. It's been the perfect moment to try that out. So yeah, I mean,
I don't know why he hasn't tried it, but I think Due false nine is a better option. To be fair, just leave Due high up and let Due be central. Stop putting Due on the wing, man. It's just not. It don't work. Like, let him play centrally. I feel like y'all are like scared for Wednesday, which is sad.
No,
I'm
not
nervous, bro. I'm seeing
sad.
either we smash Chelsea or it's rough, bro.
Even if
No,
let's say
honestly, if we go how this season, if I'm not gonna go like extra positive, I'm seeing like a draw, and then the game will be decided at the bridge, like a 2-2.
there's
And
no
2-2,
way,
but we
if
perform better.
draw
We just concede stupidly.
back-to-back games at the park, we don't win in back-to-back games at the park, that's low-key sackable offense. You have to bounce back at the park, and we will
No,
bounce
I'm just being like realistic. I could see us perform really well versus Chelsea. Like we're 2-0 up or 2-1 up, and then what the fuck, Chaloba from a corner, Chaloba. What the fuck is Marquinhos doing, man?
We're gonna
What is
concede.
Warren doing?
We're gonna. I already. If there's one thing I don't want is for us to concede some fugazi like set piece.
No,
I
I'm
will-
prepared for that.
I will
the season has been.
legitimately-
No, we will be the team scoring Fugazi set piece. It's going to be a lovely night.
Like, if you know, Chelsea, they're gonna do that. I just hope, I pray that like Lucho and they're preparing for the set pieces. You know that set, like the Arsenal set piece where you crowd the keeper, and the ball just ping pongs in somehow. If we can see a goal, I'm losing it.
Yeah, no, that's gonna be scary.
Either that, or I hope that the Champions League, that the officiating there, they're gonna be like, they're not gonna like allow the Premier League nonsense where they basically allow like wrestling matches to go and happen in there. He's gonna blow the whistle.
I have a crazy prediction as well for Wednesday. Just going off of that point with the set pieces. There's going to be a change of goalkeeper on Wednesday. It's time.
Hold on, what? Say it again.
There's going to be a change of goalkeeper on Wednesday. I'm calling it.
For which team?
For Paris Saint-Germain. Bro, Safonov is ass, my nigga. Like,
Safonov is ass?
Bro, he is ass, bro. Stop. Y'all got to stop
Tusen,
this. I'd rather have the more talented goalkeeper in there.
No, Tusen, I think you're...
I
think what you're doing is I think you're doing the connection between conceding goals means you have a bad keeper. If we strictly talk the 7 goals we've conceded versus Monaco, I don't blame any of them on Safonov. The only one I remember you mentioned,
bro, he had a nice run.
He
had a nice run. Let's go down swinging with the player we signed. If we lose,
we can do that next season. We can do that next season.
No,
Chevalier clearly isn't ready, especially his mentality.
Safonov
he's not even
0.3 goals or whatever, like per game.
The squad has been selected. He's not even picked for the French team.
Bro, Safonov out here conceding over 2 goals a game right now.
Okay, is that his fucking fault? Is it his fault?
It's partially his fault. It's his goal, bro. It's his goal.
No. Okay, I don't like that at all.
What we doing?
Even the center backs, I think Pacho and Marquinhos in both Monaco games and Pacho Zabarni today were good. It was not their fault we conceded the goals. Is it their fault fucking Vitinha is giving it to Golovin? Is it their fault Kangi is losing it? And then a massive deflection. Safonov actually made 2 insane saves tonight. I think 3 very great saves. So, like, I'm not going to do this fucking Safonov gimmick. And his ball playing has actually been very good as well. So I think you're drawing a line between conceding goals means you have a bad keeper. I completely disagree with that when it comes to these games. Like, Safonov has been better than Chevalier. And Safonov hasn't given away goals. That has been Chevalier's biggest issue this season. He gives goals. Safonov hasn't given away a single goal.
I just think it's been a case of 2 players performing at an average level. But you got to go down.
Chevalier has been ass. Chevalier has been one of the worst keepers I've seen, Tosin. I don't want to overhype Chevalier just because we haven't seen him in a while. He legit gave the opponent 3 goals. Safonov hasn't given 3 goals. He's just not made the spectacular saves, we remember from Donnarumma. Because he's not.
Oh my gosh. Why did we get rid of... Oh, like... Wow, we got rid of Donnarumma. What City have done to us? We sold Donnarumma for what, 30 mil, bought Chevalier for 40, and then we let Akliush go for. Oh my gosh, bro! Yeah,
wait, Akliush or Shirky? You mean
Shirky? My bad. Shirky for 30 mil.
No, but this is like, I don't think people understand. Like, a couple of years from now, depending on how things swing, I don't even think City will win all that. But right now, as things are currently constructed, like, Donna is the best goalkeeper in the world. For me, Shirky is like ball to feet. He's the best playmaker in the world. And Haaland, he's one of the best box players in the world. 2 of those 3 elements could be a PSG. In addition to all we have, and I just think that could have been a dynasty level. That could have cost you a dynasty. I'm just saying.
That's not ridiculous.
That shit could have cost you a dynasty. If you talk in a couple years, you could be like, that shit might have cost you a dynasty.
Wow. We let Shirky.
But
Shirky was torquing for us. Shirky was
that's not the
twerking
case.
for us at the UNFP Awards.
I hope that's
Oh
not the
my
case.
god. In fairness, what do you guys think of Akliouche now? That's 2 games against PSG at the back, 2 goals. Do you think that opens up the door for him?
I mean, yeah, I would still take him. You know, I'll still take Akliouche, bro. He be balling every time he comes to the park. Bro, when he nutmegged Barcola in the second half, I was like, yo, like, what is he on, bro? He had like 3. Akliouche is so good at being surrounded by 3-4 players and just releasing it. Right tempo, right time. Like, he can draw 3-4 markers and make the right decision quick. Like, that's what I love about his game, bro. But yeah, I mean, we looked at it last season, bro. The top playmakers in Ligue on last season, 2024, 2025. I mean, it was Dembele, Cherki, Akliouche. Like, you were supposed to get, like, I don't know how you don't get, like, you know. Doué was also in there too. Doué's there. I think Doué was like, he's still in the top quadrant. But yeah, like, those are the 4. Like, we should be that team, you know, just garnering up all these French talents. Man.
Yeah, but again, like Cherky, we know it was the reason he didn't come was like for political stuff. If it was a simple transfer, he would have been here.
Yeah, but if
someone in the chat mentioned like we wanted to pay less for Cherky than Franco, yeah, that's because it wasn't about money. It was other stuff, unfortunately.
But Franco, like, now that we have the benefit of hindsight, Franco would not have been a good signing.
I don't know.
Let's keep it real. Like, I like him, but I don't think he would have been a good signing, bro. Like, I think he would have struggled. Like, he's very predictable coming onto his left foot all the time.
I know, Jason, but confidence is a huge thing. I think Franco is not playing with any confidence at all. It's like comparing Doué in his first 4 months at PSG to the latter end of the season. I think Franco definitely made a massive, stupid mistake. Like going to Madrid as a youngster, especially this fucking filthy Madrid team.
Yeah. But the thing is, when you're a wing fielder, though, and by wing fielder, I'm talking about those wingers that have midfield-like sensibilities on the ball. You know, they cut inside, play the lateral option most of the time. Very good technically. When I look at like that, like Franco, he's not an outlier playmaker, nor is he like an outlier goal scorer. And while being that wing fielder type, he would have struggled, bro. He would have struggled if he came here. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
So it's like the coaching staff not even picking the right tracks, low key. Like Akliouche for 70 million is actually probably, you can argue it as an overpay. But I mean, and he's been very inconsistent this season. Actually, Akliouche, he's actually been very up and down this season.
Yeah, he's just been performing versus.
He's performing when it's.
He had like 4 league goals before today.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. I think maybe you could have done the 70 mil for Akliouche, man. Like, fuck it. Especially after the Cherki option was gone, like, because that's the 3rd best playmaker in the league. Like, we needed a different, you know, dimension. We needed something new to the team. But yeah, I mean, the players are gonna be fucking heroes, man. You guys are gonna look at them like
I need a huge performance. I need a huge performance on Wednesday. Huge performance.
I would love that, but like UCL, because I've become a Madrid fan. I need the huge results.
Bro, we're the new Madrid of the Champions League. I'm serious.
Like what would be a comfortable win for me? It has to be a 3-goal margin.
It's 4-0. It's a 4-0 night. I promise you, it's a 4-0 night.
I think it's
Chelsea do not have a player that can just run through. They can just run through our midfield, you know, ball to feet, like what Lamine Kamara was doing today. They don't have that. They don't even have that profile.
I mean, Cole Palmer, if you play him as a
Cole
10.
Palmer is mids, bro. Cole Palmer is mids.
He's not, bro. I mean, listen, I'm still traumatized by what he did against us in July, bro.
Fluke shit, bro. Fluke shit because let's be real. Like that first goal that we conceded, it's just because of Nuno just not judging the flight of the ball in the 1v1 with Gusto. Like Sanchez just plays the ball out to the flank, and Nuno just misjudges the flight of the ball. It hits his head, and Gusto recovers the ball, and eventually the action leads to Palmer shot at the top of the box, and we're 1-0 down. Like it's some bullshit like that. It's just some fluke ass shit. Like some fluke ass shit. Like their game plan was let's free up Palmer. Let's do everything to free up Palmer and Gusto as the outlet. We made Gusto look like prime Cafu, bro. That's not gonna happen again, bro. Like, I just because that's gonna be their game plan. You see, they're playing Reece James in midfield again.
Yeah.
Their game plan will be
I saw something versus
they'll
Villa.
play-
He
they'll
played
play
basically
Palmer on the
Maresca
right.
Bob.
They'll play Palmer on the right because their whole game plan will be Gusto bombing, and they're gonna try and free up Palmer. Same game plan, same fucking game plan. If you get slapped up by that same weak ass game plan, bro, Lucho got to be fired on the spot. Like, come on, bro, that weak ass game plan not doing shit at the park, bro. Bro, Monaco are dead ass better than Chelsea. I swear.
Okay, no, let's
swear.
respect ourselves here. Let's respect ourselves.
I mean, both mid, honestly, because both don't want to play football. Like Chelsea is just a better version of Monaco. Like Monaco basically play, and I hated these three Monaco ties, man. Because Monaco, again, this is how they can beat us, but they played anti-football all these three games. Like offensively, zero quality, man. Just relying on fugaziness and mistakes from the PSG players, and parking the bus like with a red card, without red card. Zero respect for this fucking Monaco team. But again, this is how they came. And they were diving. That fucking Lamine Camara, dude, he should have been sent off. I know he got a yellow card like 75th minute due to diving, but he was diving the entire game. He had to be sent off.
He was, but he was cooking. I mean, he could.
I cooked it,
No, he was mid.
Hold on, are we gonna put? We need to. I mean, Tosin, you're gonna love this. Some spotlight on Lucho today. What is he doing playing Dro in this game?
Honestly, you're not wrong.
Like
it's a professional foul to place. To
you
start
can't.
Lucho.
You like
To
I
start
love
Dro.
Dro, but you can't start him.
That's a professional foul. And this is what Lucho been doing this all season. He started in Jantu
Instead of Cat.
Lil away. This is what he be doing. Lil away, Tottenham at home in the Champions League, like you said, like you referred to. Like this is what he does. Just he a weirdo coach.
I mean, listen, I love backing up our young players and what, but like there's the time and the place for this stuff.
Oh, I mean, this is what Lucho. I mean,
Let's say if we would have
That's what
looked
he
good
does.
and we won, it would have been Lucho starts drawing a big game and it works good.
Yeah,
Because it didn't
it's
go
a
that
gamble,
well.
though. It's a gamble.
Draw plus could have scored. I know he shot it with his weak foot, but he could have scored, man. He's coming closer to get his first PSG going.
There's also that one. Was it the Nuno one where he barely missed the ball? Remember, he put it across and he just about missed it.
Dro.
Dro. With his right foot, he dove in and he just missed the ball.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, not the best remembrance of it, but yeah, I could.
He had two. He had the one Barcola where he shot with his left and he
Yeah.
placed it sideways, and then like Nuno was on a run, went and crossed it low, and he just like missed the toe poke in for the tap in. But,
I don't think Dro is relevant for the rest of the season. We can start talking about Dro next season.
Wow, this is what you say, Tosin. Because I remember when we signed Dro before even a single minute. Yo,
No,
Dro.
but I still
Nah,
think he's
Dro-
I think
you had
he's
Dro
a non-pro
PFP as
talent.
well.
I think he's a non-pro talent. I think he's a non-pro talent. I just don't think this is not
You
the
think
right
he's ready yet?
context for him to get his game out. He's not in the right context right now. Everything is about context for a player. Or in the NBA, people say situation about your situation. Like right now, he's not in the right context. Like
I mean, listen, I think it's fair to say now.
Neves and Fabian got to come back. They got to come back.
If there's any moment where we need to turn things around, it's in these next 2 weeks. And also, you guys heard, new kit is dropping on Monday.
Yeah, and we're wearing it on Wednesday.
Yeah,
So we're either gonna lose 4-0 or win 4-0.
I think I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna get it the day of. I'm gonna go to the PSG store here in London and get it.
Yo,
Hopefully, it's a good luck charm.
Definitely will be.
people have drawn lines between that and the City game
I think it's
because we were the Wings kid.
the Queens. I mean, it was earlier on.
Wow, that's when we debuted it.
Yeah, it was. But we wore that like a lot earlier on. Like the City game was in January. Yeah, the City game was in January. It was in the league phase. Speaking of kits, I'm assuming you guys have seen the mock-ups for next year's home kit.
It's gonna be looking like the what was it, 2021, 1920 home kit.
Not really. It's like a classic Hector kit, just like with a much like lighter blue.
Yeah. Wait,
I just hope we go back to. I hope we go back to a kit with a collar. Oh, I kill for one of those.
Yeah, I don't like how Nasser sold himself to the PSG Ultras with this fucking Hector. I like that we're bringing back the Hector and using it, but I don't want Hector every single time. Like, it's too unoriginal. PSG is all about outside of the like. Think about our 21-22. The only home kit we've had with Jordan on it. That was an amazing home kit.
I don't think that kit was all like it was. I think that one's pretty bland. It was literally
it was so simplistic but so great, like with the shorts as well.
Yeah, but
the red thing.
No, I don't.
Like, I remember Mbappe in that kit. Mbappe at the Bernabeu with that kit.
I mean, I think that kit low-key kind of overrated. Like I go and I think I don't. It's a fine kit, but like doesn't scream at me.
Mbappe never looked good in any of our kits.
Yeah, Mbappe actually made the 18-19 Jordan kit look not cold versus United, man.
No, but before then, remember that knee slide at Anfield when and we lost afterwards? That was pretty cold.
No, it wasn't.
I like the white one on both him and Neymar versus Liverpool.
Yeah.
They did the money celebration.
Actually, the home kit that season 18-19. That Mbappe, yeah.
Ooh, yeah, when he scored 4 versus Lyon.
Yeah.
So you don't
this
like
is the one you were talking
about.
about.
Yeah. I think this is like I think it's a good kit.
No, I think so too. It reminds me, as I said, of the 20 and was it 1920 home kit, I think.
1920. That one had more white. It wasn't like a proper Hector kit.
I mean, it looks really similar to our kit last season as well, just without the bird shade in the middle.
Yeah, it's a pretty traditional Hector kit.
That's 2021. This one looks really similar to this one.
Yeah, it looks more similar to that.
Yeah.
Except the blue isn't like as deep. It's a lot lighter of a blue.
Yeah, no. I like it.
So wait, do you not like the Hector design, or do you not like the fact that we use it all the time?
Yeah, no, I don't like. Ever since the Ultra stormed Nasser's office, they forced him to spam these Hector jerseys. Because what? They stormed here, I think. Yeah, so we've had Hector, and then now we're gonna have Hector again.
I mean, I don't think our current. It's not really. It's Hector-esque, but not really either.
I mean, this is Hector, just like a unique version. I like it. Like they're just trying to do the Eiffel Tower in the middle.
It's fine.
I'm not the biggest fan of our.
If we go home shirts, like this one was. Mbappe.
I think it's an alright kid.
Nah, that kid stinks.
Like,
That kid
Stinks.
I don't think it's that good.
Like
Oh,
this
that kid
one.
stinks as well. That
Yeah,
kid
I didn't like
No,
this.
you see the
This
third.
one was
The white one. The white one is
I
fire.
think that's
Yeah,
our
The white
best
one
kit.
is fire. Yeah,
I think that's our best kit.
I also like this one as well,
That's a good. That was a
but
good
we
kit.
never used it.
it's
I liked it
alright.
because he had the French flag, but we never used it. I remember.
But the
Okay, this one is that Mbappe.
All the 18-19 kids hit.
this one's all right. That
Like
was
this
a,
one.
that was a goal. That was a good kit.
Wait, why are they not showing? Oh, show more. Oh, we had that many kids. Yeah, obviously the two Jordan ones. Beautiful. What the home jersey? This one's like mid.
Yeah, that was mid. All right. That one.
Yeah.
That's
And
a
then
heck
this one
yeah.
was good. I didn't like this one.
That's a
Like it was just the hectare was too massive.
that's a bad kit. No.
Look, what do you guys remember historically from PSG Chelsea matchups in the Champions League? We always shitted on them.
I mean, it has to be like what Thiago Silva header at last minute.
We always shitted. Even in that tie, bro, like we were better the whole 180 minutes. Like we deserved to win the first leg.
You know, I hope it goes
Because
like,
there was a time in the mid 2010s where like PSG Chelsea was like a fixture. That was like
we
a
played
thing.
each other like 3 years in a row.
Yeah.
13, 14, 14. No, 13, 14.
I don't think there was a single tie they were better than us.
14,
Not a
15,
single tie.
15, 16.
Even the tie they went through, they weren't better than us.
Yeah, they beat us
Cavani
3
just choked. Cavani
There's-
just choked.
13, 14 that was the
Demba Ba
Demba
game.
Ba.
Yeah, Cavani choke job that no one talks about. But yeah, like it's Chelsea are like our little boys in Europe, bro.
I mean, before PSG Barca, like Chelsea was our European nemesis, like our European team that we'd always come across.
Yeah, we played them 3 times in a row. But since then, obviously, there's been a lot of Europa League and Conference League for Chelsea. So happy to see them back in the
Are
Champions
there any
League.
clips? Are there any clips from those games? Y'all want to reminisce?
I watched them recently.
I mean, the one guys you mentioned, the PSG Chelsea. That's still my favorite. Favorite PSG game ever.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it was just 2 comebacks in a game. The
So
Ibra
you
red
got over the
card.
Champions League final still.
Nothing beats the Champions League final.
Yeah, no, I don't think anything can beat the Champions
The
League.
Champions League final
No,
is the single greatest performance by a club in the history of European football.
Again, I would
I
put
understand.
Liverpool ahead of Inter because it's not just
No.
about the greatness.
No,
it's about the
no,
emotions you go. No, it's about the
no.
emotions you go through in the
It's
game.
the occasion and the fact that it'll be remembered. The last team to do that was the
No,
Milan team with Van Basten,
I
Hullet.
understand that, but
Like,
I'm just saying
bro,
emotion,
we won
like how I
5-0.
felt after the game.
We won it in
Inter, we won the
style.
game in like 20 minutes. Liverpool, I was fucking sitting there shitting my pants. That second half at Anfield, they scored. The Equencha hit the post. I think Soboslai scored that offside goal. Like it was fucking intense as fuck, man.
Okay, so for the narrative then.
So for me, no, it's the emotions I go through during the game and the relief I feel after the game. I felt more relief after the Liverpool second leg than the Champions League final. Champions League final was euphoria. It was ecstasy or ecstasy, or whatever you say. It was just
yeah. No,
Yo,
no, for me the
we
Champions
did it, man. Plus, I had that. I mean, when the game became 2-0, I knew, like, yeah,
Really? You at 2-0, you like, it was over for you.
yeah.
For
we
me-
scored like, that counter attack. Do it when Pancho made that tackle on Bala, like, what a tackle, man.
For me,
And
I
then-
think I was like most
I was
PSG
like, yeah,
fans.
come on.
For me,
This is-
it was at
this is
4-0 where I was like, yeah, this game's done. At 3-0, I'm still like, you never know, bro. Like PSG, you know, we've had like Barca 6-7, 27, even though the refereeing and all that, they scored 3 goals in the last 10 minutes or so. So, but at 4-0, I'm like, it's over. It's over.
No, when Kvara scored, that's when I knew it was over.
Yeah, 4-0. 4-0.
Yo, respect PSG, man. You think
No,
we're
I know
boxing
we
at
were.
2-0?
No, as in, but like it's just like at
All
that
it takes
point,
is one goal. Football is a momentum sport. All it takes is just one goal.
like I wasn't thinking it, but
I
it's
mean,
just like
I would even say 1-0.
nah. At 1-0, I
I
was
just think you're
Go back,
speaking.
go
But
back.
we
You
were
see
dominant, though.
finals.
We were
When does
comfortable.
we scored a goal? What was it? 7 minutes? Why you see a final was scored that quickly? I can't think of that. Maybe Liverpool Spurs. I think Salah penalty was really
yeah,
early on, but I mean that was a shit final. We knew Liverpool. The game was over before it even started.
Yeah.
no, but for me, the Champions League final is a great. I might go and say like I get what you mean though. Like for me, maybe if you want to go and say that comparison, I think maybe the PSG.
No. Someone said the Barca 3-1 versus. No way, dude. PSG 5-0 is clear.
Yeah, no, that's just insecure Barca fans.
PSG 5-0 is clear. I think
Clear
you know
of
it
what?
too, deep down. Barca's 3-1 demolition of United in 2011.
No, stop. Like I think people now are low key. Like
No.
they're underrating what PSG like. PSG put 5 goals in a Champions League final. That's never been done before. Like
The
ever
greatest performance ever
in a Champions League final. Like
ever.
because now people are
It'll never be
rewriting
topped.
history and saying, "Oh, well, Inter weren't even all that good," and so on and so forth. Okay, but it's because PSG we traumatized
Did-
Inter. I don't think Inter.
Didn't they put 7 past Barca?
No,
How many did they put past? Didn't Inter beat Barca and Bayern?
They did.
Okay, we put
And they were
5
in the
past
final
them, bro.
a couple
Like,
years prior, and they arguably should have
And they-
beaten City.
people forget the beginning of April they were en route to win a treble, just like Barca.
Conceded no goals in the league phase.
Inter were not a shit team that season. Paris Saint-Germain were just that good.
But again, that's why we got to win again. Then we cement. Then we cement 6-tuple, treble, and back-to-back. No club
No,
has
but
it.
honestly, bro, it's gonna be a light pack. It's gonna be a lot of good fortune. We're gonna get a lot of bounces of the ball, everything. It's gonna be like I don't think I've panicked once watching us all season.
You
Except for
haven't?
the Flamengo game, Flamengo. Except the finals games like the Flamengo, Marseille.
Barca game. Because we did that question.
No, Barca was
I-
chill.
okay.
Barca was calm.
Barca was chill. You know,
It's just
chill.
I remember their goal celebrations. Mayuda.
But Barca, honestly, I was like, even I think it's gonna sound a lot bad. Like Barca, like even if we lost, I go and say, like we had the excuse ready if we need to use it. But like even Barca, if we drawn them, like I would have taken that as a win. Like Barcelona, we came to you guys.
Barca was so lucky, man. Barca was so lucky they didn't draw us. Oh my god, we could have shut their whole shit down, man. Like the propaganda, the Stalin era level USSR level propaganda that comes from that fan base.
Who's this in it? Our 4-1 versus Juve is more impressive, not gonna lie. We played versus a Juve side that conceded 3 goals up until that final. One of the best defenses in UCL, if not the best. Okay. I mean,
Is it that 16-17?
Yeah. I mean, like, hold on. We're talking about PSG won 5-0. Like even in that game, you go and you look at it, the PSG were just way better than Inter. And that Inter side was a great defensive team as well.
Did Madrid concede first in that final too? And it was like 2-1 until Casemiro's long shot in like the 67th minute.
No, they didn't concede first. Mandzukic.
Yeah, Mandzukic was a crazy goal. I remember.
Yeah. So
Buffon choked that game. Honestly, Buffon choked that game. That was a much closer game. But to be that Juve side, that was a very impressive team to beat. Because I remember all the people on the ESPN FC were picking Juve to win that final. Yeah, 16-17 Madrid is stamped. Like we'll give y'all that. But that's an old head team. That's an old head team at the top of their game. Everyone at their peaks. This is a young team. Our team is super young. It's just different. It's different vibes.
Like, as people were downplaying, like it's not like PSG beat I don't know, like Dortmund for 5-0. It is Inter Milan 5-0, an Inter Milan team that was in the Champions League final 2 years prior and arguably should have beaten Man City. PSG demolished them.
Again, I mean, you can never. It's the
Johnny,
most
why are you so
unforgettable
mad? I
performance.
literally put that PSG performance second of all time. But then, what are you saying is first? And based on what? As in, my question is, what more did you want PSG to go and do to go and make it better?
Bro, I'm seeing people mention the 4-0 when Barca's dream team lost 4-0 in the final. Barca's dream team were better than Milan. Well, not better, but they had more renowned players. That Milan '94 team is not an all-time team. They had some great players, but that's not an all-time team. This PSG, the all-time Milan teams are the teams from a prior era. This PSG team, this is an all-time team, man. This is an all-time team. But the thing is, I really blame Lucho for why we've not looked all-time this season, man. Like, we should be chilling right now, 10 points clear at the top, and then just full focus on these Champions League ties. But now it's gonna be harder to weave in and out of these games. And Lucho been rotating all season, and it hasn't really helped.
Oh boy, I'm kind of I'm happy that the game is on Wednesday. No, I'm happy that the game is on Wednesday. We watch the game on Tuesday first, and then we watch the game on Wednesday. Wait, what time?
Yeah.
Go on.
No, ask your question.
No, I was just gonna say, do we play? Is it at the same time as
AS Madrid? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think there's a 7 p.m. game. Or we don't play any of the 7 p.m. games. Let me double check now quickly.
There's a 5:45 game, Galatasaray Liverpool. I mean, on Tuesday, and then for us, it is
Arsenal Leverkusen. Man, nobody. Yo, what the fuck happened? And Barca and Newcastle Junior, the other one. That's early. Oh, and that's on Wednesday as well. Wait, what the fuck happened? Wait, Junior, can you talk?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Okay, yeah. I have no clue what just happened.
Yo.
Kicks you out. Yeah. Now, and the second leg, we play on Tuesday, and then Barca play on Wednesday. They have the early game versus Newcastle. So I get to watch Barca and Newcastle, and then I would decide between Bayern, Atalanta, Liverpool, Galatasaray, Spurs, Atletico, which game is like the toughest or something.
Are you guys? If Kvara has a poor game on Wednesday, what are people gonna say? I think because I feel like Wednesday is a big game for him, man.
I mean, he has to continue his Champions League run. He may. Where is he when it comes to GA this season in the UCL? He has 7, I think, right?
Really?
Yeah, he has 7 GA.
Yeah. He's just been a Champions League merchant.
No, he's still been good in the league, just inconsistent.
He's got as many G in the Champions League as he does in Ligue.
At all. He's not been good in the league.
He's not been good in the league.
No, today I felt he was good.
I don't.
Not really.
His link up with Nuno today, the best I've seen from them too. I think they're definitely elevating their levels on that left side together. And this is without a Fabian Ruiz.
I feel like Nuno carries that left-hand side, to be honest.
I don't know, that first chance we had, which was an insane chance. Khvicha takes it. Because Khvicha sometimes doesn't give it to Nuno, but I think he's getting to understand that Nuno is just one of the best outlets in the world. He gives it to Nuno. Nuno gives it to Hakimi, who's running. For some reason, Hakimi plays an insane 1-2 with Barcola. Great link up with Barcola. And then the goalkeeper makes a good save. Like the entire attack came from absolutely nowhere. We didn't even start off the game that way. So no, I wouldn't say carry. And then Nuno once find Kvara on that left flank as well. So I think they have a very great link up. Nuno is obviously, even a Barca fan said, like, I've been watching PSG like last 5-10 games. Nuno has been like a top 2 player in basically all of them. Like Nuno legit is a top 10 player in the world, easy.
Yeah, but it's not good that Nuno's your only sole like disruptor. You know,
True.
like he's your only, like when a team's pressing, like a team that presses and defends less effectively, like a team that's more predictable than last year. That's what Paris Saint-Germain is right now.
Yeah.
You know, and like Nuno is, he's literally the outlet in the first phase all the time. That's not good.
100%. I think the right side, Tosin, has to level up.
Hakimi's found his legs again, but yeah, the thing with Hakimi is
Like
he's
do it
always-
today wasn't good, for example. I think that
no,
affects
he was-
affects a
he was
lot.
not.
Just Hakimi on that right hand side.
But see, like you let Kvara, like Kvara was like he was just mid, like he like one
I
or two
agree.
assists isn't enough. It's not enough.
But I don't see like a massive difference between what Kvara did and what Doué did today.
Like look at when Barcola went to the left, immediately like there's disruption, there's like destabilizing. You know what I'm saying? Like
Wait.
that's what I'm.
I'm gonna find it.
And Barcola is mid. Barcola, to be honest with you, bro, Barcola, like even though he scored today and he's on a decent run, like man, Barcola, man, you could just tell like he's fully a Robin in this system. He goes as the team goes, basically. You know?
No, I felt this was one of the best Barcola games this season. Like his link up overall,
I think he was
No,
all right.
adapting into the
He was
striker
better
position.
He was better the game before.
Yeah, but we played Le Havre. Like I can play good versus Le Havre. I just really I really like this Barcola striker one more than winger because like his dribbling has been off the past 2 seasons, so there's no point in him playing winger anymore. Than
I prefer Doué. I just think Doué, he can receive it better in those areas and just get a shot off. He doesn't even need backlift to get shot off. Like
The thing
That's
is,
why
the thing I like about Barcola most is his the threat in behind because no other player can do that.
I hear you, but you know, at the end of that also becomes a little predictable because we're always trying to look for him in behind.
But then we don't use the thing is that we don't need to use that all the time.
No, I agree. It's just ultimately it's Kvara and Barcola. That left wing, they're gonna have to battle out.
no,
I just think Kvara is the starter going into. I think it'll be Kvara, Doué, Dembele. I think Dembele's gonna start. To be honest, I don't think he should, but I think he will. I think he'll start.
I could see that. I hope Lucha goes with 4 attackers then.
To start,
You keep saying that. I don't think.
Yeah, he just
Doué
put
needs
your
to-
bombs
can Doué-
out, man.
Can Doué play more? Can Doué play conservatively? I think he can. To be honest, I think he can log
no,
in.
he can.
He can. Is it? The thing is, why play it when Lucho's barely done it all season, except for like the start of the season when Dembouz was healthy.
I'm not sure if it's a good place to gamble.
Yeah, it'll be Mayulu, man. I think you start Mayulu, and you play Dembouz, Doué, Kvara, and Barcola off the bench.
You know, I'm really grasping at straws here now. Now I'm thinking, like, obviously going into that Liverpool game, I think is it fair to say that most people had Liverpool going through?
Yeah.
All right. I think now that with this loss, maybe more people will now probably have. Actually, I'm not even sure. I think before this game, obviously, probably things are going to change because of today's result. Most people, like when I was listening to like non-PSG fans brackets, most people had PSG going through. Like even like the people who don't like PSG, like Mo, the people on CBS who you were with and whatnot.
Yeah.
Like not like CBS go, but them, like they did their predictions and all them, Nigel, all them, and like basically all of them had.
Bro, they
PSG.
watched the Prem though. They're all Prem tards. They watched the Prem. Chelsea are shit.
No, but
Just because they won 4-1 recently, everyone's on their dick. Like that's just sad. It
no,
just
but
goes
no,
to show
but
the
they,
level.
no, they all had PSG going through.
Yeah,
Like,
they're
so,
Prem tards. Like they know what they made the right decision. They made like they're Prem tards. They watch the Prem every week, so they know how dog shit Chelsea are. One game against Villa, away to Villa, is not going, change
in
anything.
fairness, we'll go and say that when we played Monaco and we got cooked.
Monaco are better than Villa. Monaco beat Villa. I mean, like, bro, I think y'all are really underrating Monaco. Like for real, like Monaco are better than Chelsea.
Monaco is not
Monaco
that good.
are better than they're not that good, but when they lock in, they are better than Chelsea. They're a higher opposition level for us than Chelsea. Like, I'm serious. I'm dead ass serious.
Wait, you said Monaco beat Chelsea? I mean Villa last year. Come on,
it
bro.
still counts. It still counts.
Yeah, but that was the Villa we faced. That was Villa in the Champions League. I'm not making that. I just want to show this as well with the script that you guys are talking about. This one score 90 posted. Probability of the Champions League. Arsenal 25%, Bayern 13, Barca 12, City 10, PSG 8. And I went all the way back. I went to their Instagram, scrolled all the way back to their round of 16 last year. Madrid hype. Liverpool, Barca, Arsenal, Bayern, and then PSG. We're 6th last year, and we're 5th this year.
Okay. I'm surprised that Madrid is nowhere near. As in, obviously they've not been good, but like,
no, Madrid are dog shit. You're just
that Madrid you just went off just like, yo, I feel low.
No. Mbappe gave us the Madrid. We gave Madrid Mbappe. They gave us the Juju.
Yeah.
No, I feel.
Bro, let's say Chelsea. Let's say Chelsea are like at a point 3-0 up in this tie or something. They'll still choke. They're gonna choke. Like Paris Saint-Germain aura is different in Europe. I don't think people understand. It's just different. That's not gonna happen, obviously, but it's just the aura is just different.
The one thing I hope we don't concede in the first like 20 minutes. We can't. None of that.
I doubt. Even if we do, it's not a big
deal.
No,
not even.
Which team will be worse? Which team is worse on the road, Chelsea or PSG? That's really what it ultimately comes down to.
This season, PSG's not been great on the road. PSG's not been great.
No, Chelsea are way worse on the road. Trust me, way worse. They're getting slapped 4-5-0 at the park.
Right, you know what cracks me up though? Even though PSG, right, one thing I gotta go and remember, we're not as bad as Marseille. Even though we're going like for PSG standards, we're going through it right now. We're not as bad as Marseille. Wow, that club is a joke. I
thought Coupe de France was there to win.
They
their first trophy since 2010, and they bought them.
That's crazy, bro. To Toulouse. The thing is, they played Toulouse again this week. Just watch them like beat them 4-0. They're gonna beat them 4-0 this time around. Wow. And the thing is, though, they love using the excuse. Oh, it's PSG. The budget. PSG got knocked out by Paris FC early on. There's no excuse this time around.
Yeah, no, massive crime babies, and that's I hope we always stick to. Like we never cry. No victim.
Bro, and Chelsea, they're butchers, by the way. Butchers. So they're going to come in, they're going to talk a lot of shit, and they're going to kick the fuck out of us. But at 2-0, 3-0, I mean, it's going to be hard to keep kicking, to be honest, at that point.
No, we need to get into their heads. We need to get into their heads.
No, even Lucha talked about it. He said, I mean, what he says is a different thing for what's true, but he said it's not about revenge. There is no feeling about revenge. It's two Champions League games. But obviously, revenge will be in the air.
No,
And then another
revenge.
thing is, Chelsea faces in the Club World Cup a tournament with zero pressure. This is a brand new tournament, everything. We're going to face them in the UCL knockout stages, a stage where I don't think a single Chelsea player has played the UCL knockout stage game. Liam Rossinier hasn't managed a single
Maybe
Champions
Reece
League game.
James.
No,
Maybe
they
Reece
have
James.
Enzo.
Okay,
Enzo.
Enzo, we
Uh,
guess.
but Enzo's just group stage, I think.
No.
No,
Remember
he's
they
played
played
knockout
Dortmund a
football.
couple years ago.
He's played
True.
knockout football.
So yeah, it's a different game. It's a completely different ball game. And our players, I said it before, we have the most experienced Champions League squad.
Even with the youth.
The only
Even
one,
with
yeah,
the youth.
the only way you could say is maybe Madrid, but Madrid, their Fugazi stuff is gone. Like Bayern, it's a brand new team.
Yeah.
Barca is a brand new team. All the Premier League teams are brand new. Bar City, but City, they just washed. So
Yeah, Chelsea getting cooked, man. I ain't gonna lie. Stamford Bridge. It's a bridge. That's a bridge to the quarterfinals. That's what we going there for. So, I really don't know what else to say. Like, all I'm scared of is the fact that they're butchers. They could break one of our players' legs.
I think we need to score.
Especially that Saicedo. I'm not a fan of Saicedo at all. I'm not a fan of that player. I think he's a very dirty.
And they've had
I think
10 red
Enzo
cards
too
this season as well.
I think
So the
Enzo's
red
also a
card-
dirty player.
We need to get into their
Earning
heads.
the
We need to
UCL.
get into their heads. Like,
Not
We
really.
need to
We
score
just need to
early.
outplay them. We just need to outplay them. Once they get outplayed, you can't really talk shit at that point.
no, we need to get in their heads. We need we need to go up.
We do have
2-0.
players that talk shit, but
I need that happened. And you remember in the first Liverpool versus PSG in the first leg when Dembouz megged was it McAllister and was speaking to him out. I need him to go and say something to Kukurea. I'm not even sure he's gonna
is
be
he
fit.
starting? Yeah, I don't think he's playing. And which is advantage Chelsea, because man, he would have gotten cooked. I wish Dembouz was lining up next to that.
Yeah, I can't wait for Dembouz. I think Dembouz is he's gonna do some crazy stuff. I mean, with the starting coming off the bench, he's gonna do some special stuff.
What were the rest of your predictions for the round of 16?
Like who's gonna go through, or just like the first leg?
Yeah, who's going through?
I just care about our route. I think we're gonna go. It's just the same as last season. The French team in the playoffs, then a bunch of Premier League. We have to slay the Premier League, the Premier League dragon. The Premier League is Leviathan. Okay.
Yeah, and
Premier League is
I
the Nile crocodile, motherfucker. We gotta slay them.
Yeah, and I wanted to say it before, I'll be supporting all non-prem teams. So I would support Barca versus Newcastle.
No, I disagree. I disagree.
No, yeah,
Madrid.
no.
I would support Atletico Madrid versus Spurs, and I would support Madrid versus. You know what? City. I've never felt they're part of this disgusting Premier League. So, City Madrid, I don't really care. May the best team win. But all the other times,
Barca are always the main enemies.
Yeah, again, Barca are not my rivals. I don't really feel that with Barca. So
I mean, I hear
would
you
love
on
to
that,
face
but
them
when
in
you
the
see how they plot on you, when they
recently Laporta chosen.
around you.
Yeah, Laporta recently
it's
came out with the
different.
fucking Yamal.
250 at 17.
Yeah,
whatever it is.
it's disgusting, man. But it is what it is.
I'm not.
My
aware of
enemy's
this
enemy
story.
is my friend. What'd you say?
I'm not aware of this story.
No, he just came out once again. He had like an interview with Diario Sport or something, and he said, "Yeah, the PSG made the 250 million bid. It went from 200 to 250. Soon it will become 300." But again, you know what? I take that as a prop. The best way to prop your player is say that PSG wanted to bid an extreme amount for him. There's nothing better to say about
He's
your
lying.
player.
He said apparently we wanted to bid for him at like 17.
Yeah,
So
no, because the reports came out before our, the Xavi, the Araujo tie, if you want to call it that. That's when the reports came out, and we wanted to bid because we wanted to replace Mbappe with Yamal. 200 million. We spent, I think, overall that summer. What was it, like 160? Due, Neves, Pacho, and Safonov. But no, we had 200 ready. For 17-year-old Yamal that hadn't scored a single UCL goal at that point. But again, what do I know, man? Laporta knows clearly better than me.
But wait, so for Mo, you said you're supporting all the non-Prem. So you'd rather have Barca and their community and the PR there than Newcastle.
Yeah, I'm calm with Barca PR. I would love to face Barca in the final. I would much rather face Barca than Arsenal in the final. At least then we're gonna have a great football final.
Yeah, but then I mean, there's that. But Arsenal also has some disgusting PR.
I ain't gonna lie, man. Arsenal, man, go get you one. If PSG don't get it, Arsenal go get you one, man.
No.
Bro, it can never be Barca. Oh God.
No. I'd rather Barca win the Champions League.
That's insane.
I'd rather Barca win the champion. No, because number
You
one,
need to-
first,
oh my God, you need to be tried, man. You need
No.
to be in the tribunal. You
no.
gotta be tried for that shit. That's treason.
How?
That shit
Hold on.
treason.
At least listen. We could say whatever we want. At least Barca play football. Yes, there's gonna be the disgusting, Ballon d'Or, all this stuff, the Ike all that, but at least they play football. Arsenal, not only do they also have the disgusting PR, it's Premier League PR, but then you would have lost to a rugby team, a touchline, a set piece team.
You know Barca are getting slapped by Newcastle, right?
I think they can lose to them, but I mean,
Barca
yeah.
could not handle Premier League football.
I'm just
You'll see
thinking,
the
like,
difference.
Anthony
You guys will
Gordon-
see the difference between Paris Saint-Germain and Barca versus Premier League teams.
We'll see.
Watch-
I mean, they beat
watch the
Newcastle
intensity.
once. They beat Newcastle before.
That's what people are
something they
saying.
have
Oh,
not
they
done.
beat them before. Just like people are saying, oh, Chelsea won before. You know how the script goes. We know how the script goes, bro. Barca are food. Absolutely. And now they don't have Balde. Watch how they blame it on Balde, who they've been cooking all season. Watch how they blame
No
their,
Balde,
their
no,
eventual loss to
Koundé.
Newcastle. No Koundé, no. We didn't have Koundé or Balde. They're both their scapegoats all season. Watch how they
No
flip
Lewa
that.
either.
Shameless fan base, bro. Shameless ass fan base.
So then, who are your predictions then for the Champions League then?
Sheesh. I think we're gonna again.
So for
the
us,
Premier League
PSG,
gauntlet.
Chelsea,
The Premier League
PSG.
gauntlet, bro. I mean, yeah. So it's gonna be. I'm just thinking about us right now. I don't give a fuck about none of these other teams. So Chelsea, Liverpool, City.
So you think? Well, then that
Chelsea,
means so that
Liverpool,
means you
City.
think Liverpool beat Galatasaray. You think City
Yeah.
beat Real. You think
Mhm.
I'm assuming you think Bayern beat Atalanta.
Yeah, Bayern beat Atalanta. Yeah.
Okay, so that means you think City beat Bayern.
Ooh.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah,
If you
I think they sneak it through. Yeah, I think they're
okay, and then we
quality.
beat Liverpool,
Mhm.
and then I'm assuming you put us to beat City in the semis.
Yeah, now that City, that will be the toughest game in the Lucho era. That tie will be the toughest tie in the Lucho era.
Okay, so then on the other side, Newcastle Barca.
And it'll be a very strange tie because it'll be Donnarumma and all these other French league players on the other side. Like, it's gonna be very weird. It's gonna be interesting. But that's gonna be the toughest. That's gonna be the toughest game. If we somehow go through against City, I mean, back to back is secured.
Okay, Barca Newcastle.
Newcastle.
You
think
want
Anthony
Newcastle? Or you
Gordon.
think Newcastle go
I
through?
think I just think if they come in with a game plan, if Newcastle come in with a solid game plan, Yeah, they dispose of Barca, like 5-4, 6-5, that kind of yeah, something like that.
Okay. Atleti Spurs. I'll do that one for you, Atleti.
Yeah,
Atleti. Bodo versus Sporting.
Bodo.
You
I
think the
think
fairy
their
tale
Cinderella run.
continues?
Yeah, I think it continues. Yeah.
Leverkusen versus Arsenal.
Arsenal.
Okay. Newcastle versus Atleti.
Ooh, Newcastle. Last season's Villa. They'll just take Villa's place. Yeah.
Oh, so but Villa. I mean, now you're saying that Villa last year would have made the semifinal. Okay, so Bodo versus Arsenal.
If not for us, they would have made the semis.
True.
Yeah. Bodo versus Arsenal. No, Arsenal. Yeah.
Okay. Arsenal versus Newcastle.
Arsenal.
PSG Arsenal in the final.
PSG versus Arsenal in the final.
That's from your bracket.
Yeah. But the thing is, City could beat PSG. Yeah, like that's the real final. Paris Saint-Germain City in the semis. Because man, if we make the final, it's good game. It's GG's at that point. Like you can't fuck with destiny at that point. Like the back-to-back's pretty much there. But yeah, it's the Premier League, man. We got to go through this Premier League gauntlet. I really would have loved to get Barca just to shut their whole shit down because they've been loud as fuck like these last couple of weeks. Like just to shut their whole shit down. I would have loved to get Barca. But I mean, I guess we're gonna have to sell for smacking Chelsea.
By the way, I just remembered another chance from the. I'm rewatching the video I'm gonna post soon. Vitinha to Kvara, and then Kerrer blocks it. Really great block. You guys remember that chance?
Vitinha took. Oh yeah, on his left foot.
Yeah.
Let's see the clips.
No, unfortunately, I'm trying to watch the. It's just lagging out. I think it's not like fully uploaded on the website. But do you remember the one I'm talking about, Tosin?
I remember, yeah.
Okay, wait. Maybe it's working now. Okay. Now it's working. All right. So first we have the. Look at this. Vitinha to the side. Khvicha, Nuno Mendes with a great run. Great ball with from Kvara here. Nuno, Hakimi. I mean, if Hakimi just took a bit of touch. I mean, this is peak football. No team, plays this kind of football. Because Monaco here, look, man-to-man press over everyone. Nuno Mendes is just a freak of nature. You can't man-to-man press Nuno. He's quicker than you. He's smarter than you. He's stronger than you. Then look at Hakimi, man. So happy to have him back. Look at this 1-2 with Bradley. Look at that pass from Bradley as well. Beautiful. Yeah. Let me find another chance now. It'll come soon.
You're gassing that one action, but I mean, it's good football. Early
No, I think
tackle,
we played good
early
today.
part of the game. A couple minutes earlier, we should have conceded, to be honest. From
that Zakaria chance, yeah. No, I was very fortunate not to concede there, but I felt overall we played a good game.
I don't think so.
Defensive as well, like because the way they were playing, they got counters, but like Patron Zabarny, Zabarni as well. This is usually he has the Le Havre shit teams he gets minutes against, but today was some of a big game and Champions League game and he performed well. Zabarni is always someone I've rated, obviously. So his time will come at this club. But I would still opt with Markey for the upcoming game. But if Zabarni starts, I'm confident in him.
I'm not gonna lie, Marquee is food. It might have to
Yeah,
be
yeah,
Zabarni.
no,
It
no,
might have to be Zabarni because remember that Newcastle game when Anthony Gordon came on and just how they kept playing
yeah.
that ball down the channel and Marquee was in difficulty the whole time. Like imagine that like a Pedro Neto. Imagine Neto they have that outlet ball to him. Like Neto is ass, but still, imagine him just running at Marquee 1v1. Because we give up a lot of open, like we gave up a 3v3 versus Monaco early in this game. Like um, we give up these 3v3s, these 4v4s. Ideally, you don't want it. You don't want to be outnumbered, but yeah, when it's 3v3 and Vitinha is one of the three, it gets a little spooky. You want that to be like Nuno there or Neves there. But yeah, we need to do a good job like managing transitions.
Yeah, because they will have like Pedro Neto or Garnacho, who athletically can cook Marquinhos. Because that's his biggest weakness now. He's not that athletic with age. But I mean, those are not good wingers. So if you have a centre backs that can just read them, which could be Zabarni, should be good.
Like, man, just having like a dominant passer from the back, a dominant passing center back, which Markey is the closest profile to that on the team. But if we just had that, it would relieve so much. It wouldn't put too much pressure on Nuno.
So
And Zabarni, you can tell he's very like risk averse. He don't want to
we
fuck
saw
up.
that pass he put for Due.
Yeah, yeah. He also played like one good pass for I think Barcola. I think against Le Havre.
Yeah, exactly. No, was it a hub? No, I'm thinking, what was it? Mets. I think he put a good
Mets,
ball
yeah.
against
Yeah,
Mets.
Mets, yeah. But it's sparse. Like that's not really who he is. Like we kind of need
That's
that
maybe why
profile.
Marquinhos didn't play. Because I've seen the picture. He just got a newborn, maybe. You think it was that?
Well, with that, I mean, it happened 2 days ago. Like, as
I mean,
in,
maybe it's just maybe he didn't train with the team collectively the night before, or what? Maybe he didn't have some sleep. Maybe he didn't get any sleep overnight. So
I mean, I saw that happened 2 days ago. Like, I
he
mean,
probably
maybe,
didn't get any sleep. That's probably what it was.
I just think it was a rotation.
I don't know. Lucha played like the best 11. We didn't have a midweek game. Another chance I found here. Pacho, Khvicha, Nuno, 1-2. Great pass from Nuno. Kvaratskhelia, back to Nuno.
Yeah, this is when he tries to. That's the one at the do a chance I was saying, but he missed it.
And the thing, like Barcola, I don't blame him because he's now, he's adapting to this position. But maybe, I don't know, it's a bit too late for him to make that run. But maybe in the future, if he keeps playing this position, he can make that run.
No, I think what he's done there is fair. And I think honestly, that's Due.
Yeah, no, 100%, 100%. I just think like the left flank, Kvara and Nuno, it created so much high quality football throughout, especially in the first half. That's what I remember from the watching on.
Would you trust Zabarny in like the away game more than the home game?
I wouldn't trust him in any game.
But do you trust Markey? Like
More than Zabarny.
no, but do you trust Markey? Forget Zabarny.
I think he's enough.
It's yes or no. Yes.
Right, I trust him enough more than Zabarny.
All right. I mean, that's not.
Well, if more let's see, I'll go
not the
with
information I'm trying to. I don't think that's not reassuring. Like if I ask you, do you trust Pacho? You're like, yeah.
but Patrick's
Like you're not even
the best
hesitating.
center back in the
Right?
world.
No, but I mean, that's what again. The fact that you're hesitating on a simple yes or no question, it just goes to show that, like, we have issues at right center back and at goalkeeper this season, which is a big issue. But we'll overcome it. We have the pieces to overcome it. So.
Maybe Daniel, we'll see. But the best thing would be he makes the squad. He gets maybe 20, 25 minutes off the bench.
No, we need to win this tie without Fabian, bro.
We need Senor.
Let him get that rest until the quarters.
Yeah. Here's the chance I finally found it. Vitinha. Great ball carrying here from Vitinha. I wanted him to find Due here.
Yeah.
But it still makes it. I mean, this phase, dude, is so fucking garbage, man. I mean, look at this offside. The fucking garbage. And then here, Khvicha takes one touch. And then Kara just makes an incredible block.
You know who I thought it was thinking about there? Dembouz. Dembouz is in that shot. He chops whoever that defender is back to. Oh my goodness, he sends him.
Yeah, and then chips the keeper. And
yeah.
You guys are funny, man. No, but let me see that action again. Because I actually missed that action. That's.
So we came from here. Monaco had the ball. Just look at Zabarny there, like, Achrios, get off me, man. And then Vitinha just carries it. You see here, Due. Like, Vitinha opens up his body, plays it with his right. But again, like, Khvicha was still a great option as well.
How Khvicha takes that ball, man. He's got it. It's not the best pass, but still, it's just. That's frustrating as fuck to see. I'm. Yeah, so the minutes I probably missed that live, but man, sheesh.
Did you have the draw one?
No, we'll come to it. I'll be going through all of them. Here we have one on the side of Emily.
And this is real. I love it, but even Vitinha could get cooked for that, to be honest. Like Vitinha, man, he's just as a processor, like quick. Like you got to make quicker decisions, man. Just man, that's very That's a very frustrating action that you showed there. But yeah, wait. Go to the start. Go to the start of the action. Wait, go to the start. Okay. Yeah, like, everyone's just standing. Everyone's standing.
Yeah, because then what the fuck are you doing, Warren?
Yeah, what are you doing there?
It's a loose ball. It's a loose ball.
No, but like this is where
he takes it from Nuno here. Okay, here. And then he passes it back.
He
like
wins
Nuno
the
here.
ball, so
Nuno here
wants
to take a touch.
No,
Warren,
Nuno's
go back
actually
to your
left
position.
it for him.
You're a role
Nuno's
player.
left.
Okay, he's left it for him.
So Warren's won the ball. And everyone's just kind of standing. No one's actually showing.
Yeah, they like, what the fuck are you doing, man?
I think they think that he's gonna clear it.
Why would he clear it? Why would he?
Because
that's
we're
not
in your box.
ball.
We're in your box.
It does. No, you wouldn't clear it. People got to show for the rock.
Or
People got to show for the rock.
Or even play to like Barcola there or something.
I think here probably the best one would have been a cheeky back heel here to Nuno. He could even just a small layoff to Vitinha. Vitinha carries it upwards or gives it to Nuno. Warren is just in, and Warren was stinking this game. So I
tries too much. We'll go back a bit. I want to see like what is. Go a bit more.
Overall, like it. I like the transition. That's something we didn't see before that much from PSG.
You can clearly.
Like, this is what I mean. We cut open Monaco so many times, man. Through individual quality.
It's transition though. We can't do anything in the play. when it's a set attack, when we have to play against a place defense, we can't do shit.
Yeah, without them boots. And
Everything
Kang
is
as well
just
is very good.
everything is just transition. Which is man, and we're gonna get a lot of transitions against Chelsea, so that's why I think things are looking up well or boding well for Wednesday.
Yeah, Monaco played very similar to how I think Chelsea will play us.
No, Chelsea will be a bit more brave, and that's where it's gonna really hurt them. It's gonna be Hubert, like trust me. Now, if Chelsea come in and they play a back three, then I'm gonna be like, oh shit, okay, we might be in for a long night because Chelsea don't even play that back three shit. But if they do it for the away game, it just goes to show all these teams pussy. But,
No, that is true.
But we're gonna have.
That's
to
why I wanted to
overcome
form attack because we got to counter against these pussies. Here we'll have another semi chance. Flank for Hakimi switches the play. Nuno Mendes, great run. Great pass here to Bradley. Here, Barcola, just go for it.
Yeah.
Go for the low XG chance, Barcola. Maybe a deflection, maybe a mistake from the goalkeeper. But come again, I just like the openings. For
Like
me, I
old, like last season's Barcola takes that, opens up his body, and just gets a shot off. You know, Barcola looked like. Remember when it looked like Barcola had a signature finish?
That back post.
West
Yeah.
Montpellier, Le Havre. It looked so
Yeah.
simple, man.
Yeah.
He had a very similar, if you guys remember back to a couple years ago, in that same similar position, and Mbappe played him the ball. It was against Lens away.
All right. Also, one of my favorite games. I think that's probably the best game Barcola's ever played in his career. He was doing things like the little action he did that led to the red card. He did like a croqueta around 2-3 players.
That was
Bro, he was doing filthy shit that night, bro. That
Okay,
Barcola.
I have another play here. Nuno Mendes wins it from the header here. Great press. Back to, I think, Due. Due to Barcola. Look at Barcola here. This is number 9 stuff here. Takes touch inside. Great power shot. Great block by Face there, but I like that from Barcola.
I thought
create something out of nowhere here.
Yeah.
I only saw the
Man,
replay
Barcola's
once.
so talented, man. It's just.
I only saw the replay once for that, but it looked like it might have come off of his hand.
No, yeah, but his hand was like close.
Oh, it came off that because I thought it came off the other hand. Okay, then if it was the one that was stuck, then fine.
Yeah. Here's the replay. But that's why I liked Barcola in this number 9 a lot. I just feel, I think he
So
likes
what would
it
you
more.
play?
as well.
What would you play? Like if you can't play the 4 attackers, what would you play? Would you put Barcola on the bench?
No, probably don't start them boys. Like, look, we've seen it once. He got injured versus Bayern, then he got injured versus Monaco. Please, we can fucking beat Chelsea without them boys. Yeah, man. Like we're not facing some prime Barca or something. It's Chelsea.
No, you saw your face looked hella traumatized. Like you looked hella. Well, you were talking about Dembouz. It's like injuries, bro.
Like, because in the recent Monaco game, I'm seeing Due warming up, 20th minute. I'm like, oh, Lucha 4 attackers already? He's not happy because we were 2-0 down at that point, and Warren was thinking it up.
Oh, I knew it was a direct.
And then the camera pans to Dembouz, and he does this disgusting face like, yeah, you know it's going. But no, it is a traumatic experience going through Dembouz's injuries. It reminds me of Neymar back in the day. It's just Neymar, he got the worst injuries. He got like, he's out for like 2 or 3 months. Dembouz is like 2 weeks, and then he's back.
This has been the only season where he's had like real injury struggles with fitness. I just hope that's not, because I don't know, like if you remember the 2023-2024 season, he played that whole season, played in the Euros. Then there was the following season, 24-25, played in preseason, right?
Yeah.
Played that whole season. Then there's the Club World Cup. So yeah, I mean, he was bound to get injured at some point, man. All the games.
I know, but also look at the injuries. Like the Arsenal one, Tosin, that was just like an unlucky one. Like he was good in fitness and everything. For me, I look at the two big ones with the French national team. So you got the Nations League one, Tosin. The report said, like Dembele told Deschamps multiple times in that Spain game, "I'm injured, take me out." And Deschamps basically took him out until he got injured. And then the second France one, Tosin, Dembouz obviously got injured in the Toulouse game, went off, and I was like, "Yo, Dembouz is gonna skip international break. He's there." Dembouz says, "I don't want to play." Deschamps plays him, and he gets injured. And then we can look at the two Lucha ones as well. Lucha plays him versus Bayern, and then Lucha plays him versus Monaco. So I agree it's unfortunate he's gotten injured, but I blame it on his two managers, Deschamps and Luis Enrique. I don't think they've taken care of him. Because before he came to PSG, Xavi didn't take care of him, Setien didn't take care of him, Valverde didn't take care of him. Because like Dembuz is a very fragile player. He doesn't, a bit similar to Neymar, he doesn't have that much muscle on his body, which means there's a high likelihood of getting injured. And Lucho, in his first 2 seasons, he was very strict. If Dembele is 90% fit, we don't start him. But maybe this season, because we haven't been the best, like Lucho has nearly been forced to play Dembele. Like last season, we played against City. If we'd lost that game, we'd be out of the UCL. Lucho still said, "No, I'm gonna not start Dembele." Second leg versus Arsenal, Champions League semi-final. We're only up 1-0. Lucho says, "No, I'm not gonna start Dembele." But again, it could be because he doesn't trust the team as much as last season, so he feels Dembele has to play. But I put it a lot on the managers. Because people say, "Oh, but Dembele wanted to play." Yeah, Dembele will always want to play. I mean, Dembele is Dembele. Like when he came on today, the game changed. Like he wanted to win this game for us, man. Nah, Dembele.
No, I just love that. I love the change of pace and the acceleration on the ball.
Yeah, let's actually watch. Because I've gone through the entire first half now. Let's actually watch the Dembele comp.
Did you not see the Dro one? His mischance or the near tap in.
Okay. What was that? Are you talking about the one like Barcola laid after him?
No. Nuno put in a cross. I'm trying to see if I can find it.
In first half.
I'm pretty sure it was in the first. Yeah, it was in the definitely was in the first half.
It didn't come up. I mean, I was scrolling a little bit quick, but I was there when we had like an attack or something. Do you remember exactly when it happened?
I'm trying to find a clip to see. Hold on. Let me go and like get the actual Ligue 1 Plus game. So go and see where it happened.
Okay. I'm gonna turn on the Dembele. Best player in the world, man. Oh my days. It just got copyrighted. No. Please. No. No, Kaisan, look, this happens ahead of every Champions League fixture, especially from Barca/Premier League fans. Probably would happen if we face Madrid as well. Just let them talk. And then when we go through, you will see there will not be here in the chat. We don't have to be arrogant with like them, all right? We don't have to be cocky and act delusional and childish ahead of a Champions League tie. We'll just chill, we'll just vibe, we'll discuss the game objectively, non-biasedly, rationally.
You're speaking with a Chelsea fan?
No. It's just the PSG fans they're talking because this dude is just rage baiting in the chat. He said he's just saying like, "Oh, who we're gonna face?" Like that. We've already beaten PSG. You will learn the hard way on Wednesday. All this talking until the game starts. We'll see about that on Wednesday. PSG fans can't even see what's coming. Guys never learn. Honestly, like he's talking like
not a single football related message on any.
Bro, you need defense cannot stop Palmer and Joao Pedro. No chance. Wouldn't have too much for PSG to handle. Honestly, it's not being cocky, it's just the truth and honesty. PSG beats us, I will stop watching football. That's how confident I am. Also, Esteval will do serious damage to PSG as well. The slap on Joao Pedro after final, you regret it on
Bro,
Wednesday.
if Chelsea beat PSG, I'll convert to Satanism, bro. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. I just don't see
And
it.
this is how he started as well. Your midfield has no chance against Palmer, James Caicedo, Lavia, and Santos. We're very dangerous. You can't even see what's coming.
What's his name?
CFC Gamer 2300.
He's a gamer. You know how them gamers be, man.
I mean, listen, even if my team is in a position of force, I'm not being so cocky like that. All right, okay. If you want to be like Señor Foy and Lamine and gamble all you are, by all means.
Yeah, let them. I mean, look. Even when we were at our peak, we didn't even talk like this. But, yeah, no, let them. We'll have the last laugh. But there you go. You got your minute of fame, Chelsea FC gamer. All right, you're famous now. We talked about you. Yalla, stop. That's
Damn, you plugged in like that? That's crazy.
Damn bulls can't give me.
Oh man.
I mean, he was running like this dude wasn't. He hasn't missed 3 games. Play quickly. Give it to me. Let me cook.
Nah, when he cooked here, oh my god.
Wait, go back.
Booze is cinema, man. Oh my god.
Oh my.
Did you see his reaction for the Warren mistake?
Oh yeah, for the first goal.
Yeah, not the booze is he's taking like the mentor role of this team.
Bro, he's barely played this season, man. I don't think people understand like the minutes he's played. He hasn't played this season, bro. It's crazy. But the thing, what Dembuza struggled with is like he hasn't, because of his lack of fitness, he hasn't had like he can't drop 2 master classes in a row. Like the Lil game, masterclass. The next game, he just like he dials it back a little bit because he's not 100%. Like you can see, like he needs his legs. He's like a Ferrari, man. He's like a fucking sports car. Like there's a way he needs to be fine tuned.
Yeah.
For a stretch of games, and it's fucked up our whole season, to be honest. Like in turn, especially with the offensive output.
Okay, so far.
Yeah, thus far.
That's why I don't want them to start. I don't want to take any more risks, man. We need him for the league as well.
I found the whatchamacallit, the draw chance. Came in the 44th minute.
Okay, maybe that's what I missed. Find it. Because even I can't think about it. So I want to see it too. Ah, that one, yeah. Barcola, Nuno. Phew.
Yeah.
Like basically all of our chances that first half came off the left. We didn't score, man. So no, that's why I'm not that mad. Like we choked. I mean, this was a massive choke by us, man. Gave Monaco just 3 points. Charity Saint-Germain.
So you guys have your starters locked in? What do you guys think Chelsea's will be? Like they're gonna follow the same. That's how, like, unimaginative these coaches be. They're just, we just saw the last game. We're just gonna copy the game plan to attack. And watch how they get smoked 5-0 on Wednesday. I'm calling it right now. They're gonna pull up with the same weak ass game plan. They're gonna get smoked.
I want to check their Aston Villa because I think that definitely gives a good picture how they're gonna play.
Wow, 4 GA. That's that he's used up all his GA for the month. That's all his GA for the month. Like draw Pedro, getting 4 GA in the game.
Well, let me see.
Ooh, Fofana getting injured, ducking the game. You can see he ducking.
Chelsea. I want to see their overall heat map. Results. Aston Villa. Okay, so this is Chelsea. Chaloba, Fofana, Hato. Wait,
Okay, so
Kukure,
back
is he
three-
gonna start?
So the back three like us. So they play Hato left back, right? But in possession, he's a left center back.
Yeah.
I mean, I think
But-
Kude is injured.
Wait, was he in the squad? Okay, no, he came on. 79th minute.
Oh, okay. So he's gonna play. He's gonna start then.
And they'll play Wrexham this
Definitely.
weekend. I think they play Wrexham tomorrow in the FA Cup. So we'll see if he starts that game. And you played as well, Tosha. Wow, you got it. Oh no, you came off.
Man, don't compare me to that weak ass.
Caicedo, Enzo, Reece James. Fitting my midfield basically. Gusto off the right, Garnacho off the left. Palmer like a free roll, but more to the
See,
right.
Garnacho or Neto, whoever that is, they gonna get the ISO on Marquee, man. That's why I'm scared. That's why I'm scared. But yeah, I mean, you see that? You see how they all huddle around that right hand side because they're trying to, their game plan is to activate Palmer. So Palmer has all these options around him. You see, all those players are in and around him as the playmaker. They're gonna pull up with
Good
the same
place,
weak ass
runner.
game plan, and we're gonna shut this shit down, man. Mayulu blowing all of this shit up. Nuno blowing all of this shit up. Kvara blowing all of this shit up. Yeah, this is a game. This is really a game for like our TTs, man. Like Mayulu in particular. Mayulu or Warren, that's gonna be the conundrum in Lucho's head before the game. If Lucho plays Vitinha, Neves, and Warren, we can still win, but midfield it won't look as smooth. Like, I mean, do you guys agree on that?
Sorry again.
Like Vitinha, Neves, and Warren, if they come with that on Wednesday,
I think that's still.
that midfield combo has just never worked.
Wait. I'm very sorry to interrupt. They asked Liam Ross in here. He said Joao Pedro is
Pedro.
in that category now. Talking
No,
about
no,
if it's in
no,
the same
no.
category as Haaland, Kane, and Mbappe.
No, please.
Fuck, he's so dislikable, man. But
No, but that's you gotta gas up your players though. Like I don't see what's wrong with that.
no, he does it too. He did the same with Caicedo. Like he's the best midfielder in the world. He's the best in his position. He just sucks
Yeah,
off.
he got-
Yeah, but this is not what you do, especially in
man.
press conference. Like you can come to Caicedo, Tosin. If you actually mean it, you go to Caicedo. Yo, Caicedo, just so you know, I think you're the best in the game. What you do,
He's probably done that behind.
but when
closed
you
doors.
say it in the press conference, it's the cockiness, it's the arrogance, Tosin. Like, I don't like that. I don't like Liam. I don't like him at all.
That's fine. And Lucho, do not get outcoached by him. That's all I'm saying. I dare you to get outcoached by him. If he gets outcoached by him,
No, but
it's
Lucha's probably
it's
seen the
fireable.
narratives.
Sackable
Liam
offense.
against Lucha. Why is what the fuck is going on? Lucha's seen the narratives, Tosin. Liam has, he's beaten him
Beat him
No,
last
two-
year.
2 draws, 1 win. Yeah, two. No, no, no. One win, one draw, one defeat. Now, Tosin, I was saying Lucia's seen the narrative, like that Liam Rossinier in the last two games, he's lost and drew, and Lucia cares about his pride, and obviously, again, I think Lucia would have wanted to face Maresca as well, for his own pride. If we play with the same shape as starting XI we used against Villa or bring in Neto for Garnacho, I don't see why we won't get a result against PSG in France. S- 7 minutes injury time in the second half without any injuries. Lol. Ligue will always look after PSG.
Huh? What did he say?
Because it was 7 minutes extra time in the second half.
In the
PSG
There were
don't press or
subs.
recover balls early. Lose
There were
a lot of
subs and
position,
Monaco were
leave
wasting
space
time.
behind the fullbacks. This meal is served very hot. If we play with the same shape, PSG got one back, but I can assure you that Chelsea is stylistically the worst team for PSG to face at this point. We punish them if they play as they're doing tonight. They're losing too many balls in midfield. Our transition game is a lot more deadly than Monaco's transition game. Strasbourg wiped out this Monaco side. They aren't that good, but PSG have been struggling against them this season. Needed the red cards to beat them in the Champions League. I think teams have figured out that they can beat PSG if they man mark them and win duels across the pitch. Watching PSG versus Monaco, PSG really fell off this season.
I
I'll
mean,
be
he's not wrong.
disappointed. I'll be disappointed if we lose to them. Like, respect the European champions, man. Why are people so fucking arrogant and disrespectful? They're
No, but
really
look at
struggling.
the subsequent sentence though in that tweet. The fluid movement.
Movement, the pressing they played with last season aren't there. I mean, the fluid movement, Tosin, I think it has more to do with the opponent. That's why we're seeing more transition overall from PSG. Because teams are just man marking us. And when you man mark, you can't do the fluid movement. And the pressing, I
That'll
mean,
win your
pressing,
matchups.
pressing, we pick and choose our games. Some games we just cannot play that intensity. But Chelsea will for sure press. And that's the thing, Dambouz is also a major factor. Like against Marseille, our press was. But again, Dambouz was massive for that. But that's why I also like Barcola striker. I think Barcola is a good as a presser, like the front man presser.
And let's do it, man. I don't know, man. I don't know what. I think we could play with four attackers. We could.
Could be there.
Imagine if Neves isn't ready, and it's like Vitinha, Mayulu, Due, midfield three,
Do no.
and then
Do
he
is
plays
not going to play
Kvara,
in a
and then
game
he
of this
plays
magnitude.
Kvara, and then he plays Kvara, Dambouz, Barcola up front.
Yeah, I mean, let's do him, man. You know what? Nuno can have more of a defensive role, Tosin. You know how Nuno,
Yeah, Nuno could just play center.
especially
play
with
center
Palmer. I
back the
think
whole
Nuno
game.
will play more defensively. Yeah.
We can afford to do this. Niggas just gotta run. We just gotta make sure we're running. Everyone's running. Oh. And if we match Chelsea in distance covered, like it's gonna be 6-7-0. It's gonna be very embarrassing.
Listen, I'm loving the confidence, man. Like I absolutely love it, man.
Oh,
Let's
dang.
get it, man. I can't wait.
No, but that's all the Premier League is. Intensity merchants. Intensity
Yeah, I know. I'm
merchants,
just saying 7-0. Like we did that versus Brest. I think the best we could do
I think
is
it's
a
like
3-4, between 4 to 7 goals.
no, bro, it's getting 3-0 or 4-1 maximum.
and that's
4-0.
like if we have the game of our lives.
6-0 maximum, 4-0 minimum.
Tosin, you know we lost today, like a couple hours ago.
And
Yeah.
I told you Monaco are better, bro. Monaco do not have a midfielder, a central midfield player that can do what Lamine Kamara did. They don't have that. They don't have a defensive duo like Zakaria and Kamara. They don't communicate that well. Like, bro, they're
And they
gonna
had
get
some other
smoked.
one, Monaco. What was his name? That tall dude. I've never seen him before.
It's hard to match up
Bamba.
against a team like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Bamba.
I think
Who are these players, man? There's just probably
Probably
Bamba.
he's from the academy's French.
but you see how they were much bigger, much more athletic. Like it's not going to be like that against Chelsea.
Chelsea's not a small team, I would say.
No, but they're not as fast through the midfield. Like Saicedo, Enzo.
Yeah, you know Liam is playing
Reece.
that. What's his name? The Strasbourg dude.
Oh, Santos.
Mm.
Again, he'll drown under the pressure.
Yeah, we gotta press, man. And that's another
Yeah,
thing
it's
that
about- it's
we
all about
fucked
the
up in the
press.
Club
It's
World Cup game.
We got to be
Our
pressing
press was not
Russians.
good.
Can Mayulu and Due mirror Neves and Ruiz in the pressing game? Intelligent. It's not just also just the press. It's pressing intelligently too. Like knowing where the traps are. Mayulu can do it. Mayulu can do it. It's easy for him. Mayulu is one of the best counter pressers on the team, to be honest.
Yeah, and one person we've been missing through the press, Tosin, because when he wasn't here, Tosin, we press with a 4-man attack. But when Hakimi presses, we
Mhm.
press with a 5. Like this. Hakimi always goes up and presses the positions left back and like left center back. Warren was like pressing from the center more. But now that Hakimi's back, we can do this.
Yeah, someone in the comments says our game will be similar to Liverpool's game last season. I think so too. If we bring that same intensity, Chelsea are just not surviving. I'm sorry. Bro, I'm seeing names like Lavia. Like, what? Come on, bro.
I think we're gonna have to get going here.
Junior. Pleasure, man. Pleasure as
Absolutely.
always.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will have a pre-match on Tuesday. So that would be after like the Barca game as well. So we can discuss the first day of the Champions League match week.
Yeah.
And then obviously going into this game. But yeah, pleasure getting your thoughts on both this game and the upcoming game, Junior.
Absolutely. All right. Hopefully see each other on Tuesday, Wednesday, and cheeky victory.
Yes,
Right.
sir.
See you around.
Be
Bye.
there, Junior. Take care, bro. Peace.
No, give it. Oh, I would have liked him to give a prediction.
Oh. Where'd you go? Oh, okay. 4-0. Honestly, I don't know yet.
You should just be humble. You should just go 2-1. Every time you say 4-1, 5-1, every time you have those predictions, we be fucked up, bro. So just
No, I'm not even
pick a
thinking
more
that.
modest scoreline.
Yeah, for me it's like I can give you a toast. If we play well, it's gonna be a 4-1 type of performance, but we're not gonna get that result because we're not good at getting the good margins this season because we concede stupid goals. So I'm gonna say 3-2. I'm gonna say 3-2. 3-2 or 2-1.
Interesting.
Because like defensively, we're in the same as last season. Like last season, we could win games 1-0. Impossible we can win a game 1-0 this season.
Wow, people saying 3-2 PSG 2-2. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's an Arsenal fan as well. I don't know. Second leg, we'll see. Second leg could be fun if we get a good result at the back. could be an Aston Villa type performance without the Bartley.
Man, Arsenal have such an easy route to the final. Man, we shouldn't have. Man, if we, I, I want to see how we look when we're fully healthy for a Champions League campaign. Like, you know, I mean, we were for 24-25, right? But
Yeah.
I want to see us like dominate during the group phase because I mean, you get easy runs, man. Like look at Arsenal. If they handle business, they got an easy run to the final.
But could you see them despite that Butler? Especially because their main focus is the Premier League.
I just feel it's more likely Barca bottles. Arsenal have a lot of depth.
Yeah, plus Arsenal, what? They got Leverkusen and Bodo Glimt to Sporting. Barca got Newcastle, tricky, and Atletico. Atletico is tricky.
Yeah. I don't see them being athletic either. Yeah, that's the bridge has a weak atmosphere. It's a bridge, exactly. We got a bridge to buy. Stamford Bridge, man. Yo, I'm looking at your timeline, man.
Yeah.
You following the USA versus Iran?
Obviously, it's
You
us.
follow-
We're cooking.
you got a stake in it?
Obviously.
Damn, you anti-US?
Yeah, I'm anti-Jew, man.
I mean, still anti-US.
Yeah, anti-US, obviously. But it's unfortunate that your guys' country has been overtaken by the Jews. But
I
now
mean,
we cooking.
bunch of people
We're
go.
cooking. It reminds me of Vietnam War. It's also a war that America lost as well.
Yeah. I think they're gonna lose it.
You've seen the oil. Oil price has gone up to the latest one I saw. What? I saved it before. Yeah, it was something. It's gone up to like 93, I think, per barrel. It's gone up crazy.
That's the thing. Like what I see from this Iran thing is just if the US don't stand down how Iran wants them to, like Iran could just flatten Israel tomorrow. Like there's no counter leverage right now. You know? And
They could what, fly in Israel? What'd you say?
Oh, flatten. Like
Oh,
they could just flatten Israel. There's no like the Ayatollah dude, man, he just went out. He went out like a boss, man, because the dude got offered safe passage to Russia and he refused. Worst of all, for the Americans, like the damn military intelligence from the Iran Revolutionary Guard, they warned the Ayatollah that his compound was going to be struck. So,
it was like, calm.
like, and it's the American news that's covering this shit. CBS is covering this shit. So the CIA is basically letting people know that the Ayatollah dude knew he was finna be struck down in his compound because it was on the list of targets on the first wave of attacks, on Iran.
Yeah.
And when you do that, you legitimize yourself. You just legitimize yourself for your people. Like you're a martyr at that point. You die for your cause, and that's how I know America has lost the war. They don't know it yet, but it's already over. Because if the Ayatollah, if he took any of the two offers to go, the whole country and government would have just crumbled. The regime would have shifted. They would have just been discredited. Like I mean, you have no brave men willing to die for what they say on TV. Like,
Exactly,
what?
because like Middle Eastern culture, Islamic, it's about honor, it's about pride, and if he
Yeah,
just cuts away, yeah, then they would lose fully.
yeah. And once he did that, like you're back in what they call life of Lycurgus territory. You know, that's a Spartan creed. Like this is some Spartan shit. You know, like you die. It's not. It's you die like a real man. It's not. It doesn't matter how you kill him. All that matters is how he dies. If you die on your feet,
Their
you
cause.
die with honor. Yeah, like so. If the war ends out tomorrow, if like let's say the war ends tomorrow, you're still gonna see live crash outs. You know, with people pulling up with guns and explosives, talking about the name of the Ayatollah. He died for his faith. Boom, like like it's just they've lost the war. Like the U.S. has lost the war. But like I've seen this script so many times. Like
Yeah, now US is really desperate. Like they're trying to get European countries into the war, and Iran has said if European countries get into the war, would also strike them. Like I've never seen a badass like Iran. Like they just don't give a fuck about anyone. All
yeah,
they
no,
care about is their own
it's crazy.
survival.
Yeah, man. I'm actually about to head out now.
Joseph, pleasure
This was
talking
fun.
to you because I wasn't able to talk to you yesterday and then in the post match of the half game as well. So very
Yeah, pretty
happy to
much.
get your
It's because
thoughts.
of work. It's because of work. Yeah,
No, no, I know,
yeah. But
but
I'll probably let's hope that in the for the Chelsea tie. Let's just hope that in the post
wait,
match, it's good. It's good vibes.
I remember something you hinted at before. Is it still hinted at?
I don't remember what I hinted at, to be honest.
Like watch along, or am I wrong?
Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know, G.
All right, look, you got what, like 5 days to decide. No stress, no
We'll see.
pressure.
We'll see. All right, man.
Rather than
Peace, bro.
Tosin. Take care, bro. Peace, peace. Rather than people, for the 88 people, look, you know what? I'll give you guys like 2 minutes. If you guys have any question, any thoughts you want to ask me, I'll send that. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. He decides. He decides. But yeah, for the 88, 87 now, drop down. For the 87 people here, shout out to you guys. Thanks so much for the constant support, constant love as usual. I'm very happy you guys are enjoying the content. Exciting games coming up. It's unfortunate we lost today, but that's the thing. Sometimes you just gotta, take the L and move on. A lot of people, I feel like they get stuck in the L. Oh, the season is over. We're not gonna win the UCL. All of that. Like, look, every team loses, and it's all about how you react to that defeat that matters. You're tapped with fatigue. Yeah. So I woke up like I think eight. No, like yeah, 8, 7 today, but then I got like 1 hour of sleep before this stream. But yeah, the batteries is about to go out. No, no, no. Look, I have given you appreciate the funkin', Maji. I have given a promise. I said if we lose the first leg, not even draw, if we lose, so if we lose the Chelsea first leg, second leg, I'm gonna be fully bald. And that goes for around 16 quarterfinal and semi. That's the only promise I've made. Think about Esteban Nuno. I don't think Esteban will start, but we'll see like predicted lineups going into the game and so on. But I don't think he will start, bro. Please, I'm confident Nuno against Yamal. Do you think Esteban was going to move me out of my chair? Let's go. Keep up the amazing work. Bro, much love from Manchester United. Yo, appreciate it. Unfortunately, you guys lost versus Newcastle, but the hopes for Champions League is still very massive for everyone at United. So hopefully you can get it. And appreciate the support and love a lot. Yes, sir. He's in, man. The video is different. But yeah, people. That's been it from my boy PSG Int. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this live watch along and this post-match podcast. Good night, Cam. As usual. Allez. Allez, Paris. Look, we win as Parisians and we lose as Parisians.